a roughly 6-minute fatal chokehold. Defense attorneys have argued Penny was responding to Mealy's verbal threats to passengers aboard the subway train in Manhattan. Donald Trump campaigned in the swing state of Pennsylvania yesterday, little more than 2 weeks before Election Day in November. One of the Republican presidential nominees' stops was a McDonald's restaurant north of Philadelphia, where Trump spent time working the fry station and the drive-through window. Carmen Russell-Sluchansky with member station WHYY reports.
The franchise shop was closed much of the day as the former president worked the fryer under detailed instructions. Then, during the highly staged-managed campaign event, Trump delivered fast food through the drive-in window. The pre-selected occupants of all 6 cars expressed their support before driving away.
And there'll be no charge. Trump is paying for it. Is that okay?
Afterward, Trump talked to reporters through the window where he repeated his unproven claim that President Kamala Harris never worked at McDonald's during college, as she has asserted.
I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala.
Outside, hundreds gathered to cheer him on. For NPR News, I'm Carmen Russell-Sluchansky in Philadelphia.
Trump later held a town hall-style event in Lancaster and attended last night's NFL game in Pittsburgh between the Steelers and the New York Jets. Vice President Harris was campaigning in Georgia yesterday, where she focused largely on unity and voting rights. Music icon Stevie Wonder performed at Harris's Democratic campaign event at a church in Jonesboro, south of Atlanta. The vice president and her supporters also celebrated Harris's 60th birthday. A death row inmate in Texas is expected to testify to state.
Good morning, everyone. How you doing?
Scheduled execution was delayed.
Put all
with Texas Public Radio has more.
Brewhouse in the house. Oh, good morning. Good morning, Martin. Hopefully, that's what she said. I'm just kidding. You stay as long as you can, brother. Know you work all night. I appreciate you.
Failed court appeals when capital convictions are obtained using outdated science. Robertson was convicted in the 2002 killing of his daughter by violently shaking her. However, it was
Time to take a look at your active weather forecast brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Michael the crew can exterminate and let it smack down for you. Sunny skies today with high near 79, northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly clear sky tonight, 48 degrees, light and variable winds. Mainly sunny for your Tuesday, high near 79, winds light and variable. Clear skies for your Tuesday night, low near 50.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Mainly sunny, very warm on Wednesday.
What's up, Doc Brown? How you doing?
Mostly clear sky with low near 53, light and variable winds for Wednesday.
So you begin your holiday shopping around Halloween, Bolly? Okay, cool.
Beautiful sunny skies on Friday. That's a look at your active weather forecast.
I bet he would have, brother.
Winter, spring, fall. We don't care for the rodents.
It's not your fault. You've been working. So.
Let us smack down for you. 34 Jefferson Street in Newton. That's your East Alabama, West Georgia.
I'm doing well, Doc Brown. I appreciate you, sister. I hope you're doing well too. I'm glad you're doing well, I should say. He's throwing the whites in there. Hit them like, subscribe, and them everything up.
Same great taste. The best chicken around. Fish dinners. Open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken right next door to the.
Amen, brother. Good deal. I'm proud for you, Patriot. Prayers do work. Amen. What? I'm so happy.
Prepared in today's world. Hi, I'm Holly Reese. I'm the founder of Warrior Defenders. As a certified tactical self-defense instructor,
we just keep doing that. That's what we keep doing. Prayer, prayer, prayer.
All women of all ages have the ability to learn how to defend themselves.
I know that's right, Brewhouse. I'm the same way. But it's all good, brother. Would have been just working, trying to get things going, praying for everything to continue to work.
Communications.
Are you asking Patriot that, Doc Brown?
17 remission, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. daily, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. Merry-go-rounds, family, kid, and
There you go.
WQEE,
Nobody starts early. I can't.
12 through the 17th. Be there.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bruce Wayne, and I'm a counselor that works here in the Metro Atlanta area. I'm offering my services
Me?
as a counselor.
Radio?
Contact me.
Television? We're in radio full time.
Website,
That's what I do. And then do sales for the station and run the station and everything. In fact, this show beginning in November is going to be on every single radio station this company owns. Expanding my sales audience. Yep. So yeah, this it's real radio, so I'm not just sitting on the internet. I have to work to make a living. If I don't sell, you don't eat. Thank you, Doc Brown. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we get to start early and then. It determines brew house. We do it by how big the business is. So like car dealerships and banks can spend a lot more money. 2-man businesses, 2-women businesses. We start at $100 a month with them. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's period number 1 underway. My voice is kind of back after a weekend of letting it rest. Oh, yeah. It's that time once again. Let's kick it off. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm your host of the most, the one, the only, Ryan O Neal. And of course, that voice is coming back. It's coming back slowly, but we welcome you guys back in about 10 minutes past the hour, ladies and gentlemen. We are holding at 46 degrees, and you're listening to us worldwide with 78,000 plus of you. You're all over the RyanORadio Media page, 23 different platforms, including streaming platforms, including Spreaker, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Prime. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada and across Earth Rock Radio, 25 different radio stations, all the Navajo Nation included in Arizona and New Mexico. We're across, ladies and gentlemen, the Jordan Communication and Family radio stations, the Sunny FM radio network dials. And good morning to everybody. And to my haters, we got this to say to you on this Monday morning. That's right. Whether they like it or not, I'm the man around here. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. 46 degrees at now 11 minutes past the hour. We'll go into a little bit of news every 30 minutes on the hour. But I tell you what, we'll talk a few things. We got Coach Tommy Lewis is going to join us this morning. Big loss for the Landmark Christian War Eagles on Friday night. We'll talk about how they're going to regroup and go into this Friday night. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we got some other sports news for you. A quarterback from a former NFL quarterback, Jay Cutler, has been arrested and charged for DUI and running around doing things he shouldn't do. We'll talk more about that. Sinwars killing could end the conflict in Gaza, ladies and gentlemen. Also, the U.S. first fast food to head to Singapore is Chick-fil-A. We'll talk about that. And Ron DeSantis tried to block commercials from being on television. Can't be doing all that, guys. Can't do that. FCC only can block certain things that are not feasible and not just something you disagree with. Plus, sad news, 3 people were killed and 8 injured after a high school football game in Mississippi. Cody Rhodes building up his match with Gunther this past Friday night. And we'll talk about Johnny Ace, the former wrestler known as John Laurinaitis, the brother of Animal, of the Road Warriors, his wife has decided to, guess what? Divorce him after the allegations that come with Vincent Kennedy McMahon. All that's coming up for you this morning and much, much more as we head into this week. We've got Shane B tomorrow in our movie reviews final period. We've got sports review with sports analyst, the one, the only Richard Holdridge in the second half of the second period tomorrow morning. Wednesday, we're going to have Brenda Gasky join us from Horrifying History. We call her the professor. She'll give us a history lesson in the unknown. And coming up on Thursday, we're going to have Courtney Lizo from the Book of the Dead podcast, another unsolved homicide in small town USA. And Friday, our Lot Lizard Friday show and getting ready for the weekend and all that good stuff. We got sports. We got so much going on. The NBA playoffs averaged 33 million viewers through the division series at an 8% increase over last year, even with some of the big games going on. We'll have your NFL wrap up tomorrow morning because we got one more game tonight. You guys already know who won all the games, but we're going to wait until after tonight's game to talk about it tomorrow and get our picks to hit with the one, the only, our good friend, Richard Holdridge. All right, guys, just to let you guys know, more than 353,000 North Carolina voters have cast their ballots already in the first day of the early voting. Also, over 1 million, and even more than that, this is as of Friday, over 1 million ballots have been cast in 4 days in Georgia's early voting. Get out and do your due diligence. We're not going to talk about candidates or anything like that. We're just going to tell you to get out and do your thing. All right, let's go to a break. When we return, of course, our good friend, the one, the only, Coach Tommy Lewis will join us right after this. Don't you dare move away from that radio dial. You're tuned in to RyanORadio Penitentiary. We are in lockdown this morning. Oh, I better say hello to everybody before I go into it. Hello to Martin in Washington State, Dot Brown down under. Bali, good morning to him. Good morning and afternoon, 12:12 there in the afternoon for Crispies. Also, hello to the Patriot Brewhouse Reviews, of course, reviewing those fantastic brews. That's what he does. And he's got it all going on. Let's see. Just want to say hello. Make sure I got everybody on here. Yes, I think I did. Back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us more. RyanORadio Penitentiary. I got my cup of coffee. Hope you got your cup of coffee. Maybe your energy drink, or hey, some of you might be drinking your moonshine this early. Whatever's waking you up and getting you ready to go to school, work, school, or play. Hey, do what you got to do. Plus, I'm going to ask you our poll question in just a few moments. Get ready for that.
News, Church 17 First Avenue, here in the Metro Atlanta area of Newton. A pedestrian was struck and killed by a vehicle on Bullsboro Drive near the Tidal Wave Car Wash, October 16th. Georgia State Patrol reported that a black Mitsubishi Highlander traveling east on Bullsboro collided with 62-year-old Homer Lee Johnson of Noonan, who was in the roadway while pushing a grocery cart. This incident is still under investigation. 1 million ballots have been cast in 4 days in Georgia during the early voting period. The million-mile mark was reached by noon on this past Friday. Alabama police have released more information about a shooting incident involving a juvenile they believe is now an accidental shooting. It happened at 12 noon at the 300 block of South Avenue in Linden, Alabama last Thursday. The juvenile shot himself in the leg. Anyone with additional information, please contact the Linden Police Department at 334-644-5268. 2 teenagers have been arrested in connection to a 16-year-old's death.
I hear you, brother. God bless you, all the boss, man. I say good night. Good night, Doc Brown.
Good morning, my brother.
Hey, how you doing, Coach?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing, Ryan?
I am doing good for another major news Monday. So, yeah, all is good after trying to get my voice back it started going out on me on Friday. So everybody was probably happy in the house over the weekend. I didn't talk.
Well, I seem to owe you an apology, sir. So my bad for last Monday.
That's all right. I figured it had to, something came up.
I would have called you on your cell, but I don't have. Is this your cell or is this?
No, this is just the radio station number.
Yeah, I screwed up. We didn't have school last Monday because it was Indigenous Peoples and Columbus Day. And,
Yeah.
And
I figured that. I knew that's what it was when I called.
I take my phone off do not disturb, so I didn't even hear you call. I didn't see it till like 2 hours later. So
That was all right. Well, this is your cell phone number that I contact, right?
yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I'll send you over a text today, and you'll have my cell phone number.
Great, that'd be great. Yeah, I wasn't sure how it worked, but I could call you anyway. We could do it later, or I didn't want to go to the spot like that. So I was just like, I'll just take my medicine next Monday and apologize. So I apologize.
Oh, it's no problem. We're just, it all worked out for the best. And like I said, I'm just beginning this new clock and format we're adding as we head into next month on the other radio stations. So, yeah, it's.
Well, hey, have you gotten any response from any of the landmark people? Because I've sent your information now.
I haven't heard anything yet.
Shucks.
Yeah.
I hope they respond eventually, and I'll send them out another reminder.
All right. Sounds good. I appreciate that, Coach.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What'd you think about all the weekend ball games?
Oh my. It was my Auburn Tigers. I'm done.
Yeah.
And Alabama.
Yeah, I know that kind of softens the blow, doesn't it?
Yes, it does for Auburn fans. But then, I know too many Alabama fans. They take it more serious than Auburn fans because they're champion. They've always been champions. So they don't know what these things called an L are.
Well, they're not calling for Coach DeBoer's head already, are they?
I don't know. It's probably pretty soon. And then I thought Georgia did a great job when they were expected to be a 4-point losers and that Texas was going to beat them. And then they just went in there. But I don't know. Tennessee tearing things up because they beat Alabama. And then Texas fans throwing stuff on the field.
Yeah, I tell you what, a lot of the Auburn pain will go away if they can pull an upset off when they play them, wouldn't it?
Yep. It would be great.
Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting to see. I don't know if that was an elimination loss for Alabama, but they have to feel awfully close to it. They're definitely going to need to win out.
Definitely so. All right, we're getting ready to go on, Coach. We'll talk about last week's game, which I know of. But
It was a lot closer than the score indicated, believe it or not. It was.
okay.
We'll talk about it.
Sounds good. All right, we're getting ready to go on now.
Sounds good.
Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary, about 21 minutes past the hour. You're holding at about 46 degrees time and temperature, brought to you by Active Pest Control. We're inside the Coach's Corner, our favorite segment on Mondays, as we welcome in our favorite head coach from the landmark Christian War Eagles. Please welcome Coach Tommy Lewis. Good morning, Coach.
Hey, good morning, Ryan. How you doing today?
I'm doing good on this Monday. How about you?
Hey, TGIF, man. Thank God it's Monday. The Lord's giving us another day.
Amen. That's what I say. We got another day, and as they used to say, another dollar.
There you go.
Well, we're going to get into a little bit, and we're going to take a break in a minute, but we'll get into some other games from over the weekend in college football. But let's talk about what went on at with Landmark this past weekend. You guys have been on a roll, and of course, we know you told me during the break the actual score is a lot closer than the game. Was a lot closer than the score showed. Let's talk a little bit about the game with Whitfield Academy.
Yes, sir. Well, we like you mentioned there, we have been on quite a roll. I guess since last time we talked, it was we were able to play a really solid game against Walker School and come out with a win on the road. That was our 6th one in a row, our 6th win in a row. And we really felt good about going into the Whitfield game, but we really, when it came down to it, we could not get on track offensively. And let everybody know that's kind of my side of the ball, and so that responsibility was on me. And I told the players that that part of the game was on me, and I got to do a better job. So that's what I'm working on all weekend to get us better prepared this week going into Mount Perrin. But we just couldn't get in the end zone, couldn't get on track offensively. The defense kept us in the game really all the way through 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It was 14-0 going into the fourth quarter. We had the ball, we had a little drive going, and then we turned the ball over. We had a fumble. And actually even 14-0, really only one of those touchdowns was Whitfield's offensive score.
Right.
They had a pick six to give them 14, and so the defense was playing fantastic.
Right.
We had a couple other turnovers, put the defense in tough situations, backed up. Our defense kept them out of the end zone. Kept us in the game. All the way until 10 minutes left in the game. We had a turnover actually deep in our own territory, and they subsequently drove down and scored and made it 21-0. And then after that, I think if we really took a hard look at ourselves, I think we kind of threw in the towel a little bit at that point, and so Whitfield was able to score 2 more and end up with a 35-0 victory. But so we're really looking to do a much better job this week in terms of preparation, in terms of offense, execution, knowing what we're supposed to do and doing full speed. It's just all the facets and aspects of executing our offensive game plan, and so we'll get better at that, and hopefully we'll do a little better. If we're ever in that situation again, hopefully we're not, but if we are, the idea is to give our best all the way till there's zeros on the clock, and
definitely.
So that's one of our challenges to the guys. Even though we're not playing our best game, the score doesn't look good, we still need to play hard to the end. And I didn't. We played hard. We played really hard until there was 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I felt like, and so we need to finish the game because you never know what's going to happen. You absolutely never know what's going to happen in the game. You get a turnover or two late in the game, and you get a couple quick scores, and you're right back in it. So, so that's our challenge to our guys is to play to the end, play hard to the end. And a challenge to myself is to do a better job of getting our guys prepared. So we're looking forward to our coming back and playing Mount Perrin for our senior night this Friday night, 7 o'clock at Thorne Stadium right here on our campus in Fairburn.
Well, what are we expecting this week in our opponents? I know it's senior night and everything, and you guys are going to have a lot of seniors out. You're going to have a good time of bringing them out to the field and all that kind of good stuff. But what are you expecting from your opponents that's coming up Friday?
Yeah, Mount Perrin Christian is a flex bone offense. So they're running dive, quarterback, or pitch. I mean, that's pretty much what they do. They'll put in a few wrinkles with some cross bucks, and they'll put in a couple of throws in there if they feel like the DBs are falling asleep and they can sneak one behind you. But they're designed to run the ball and run the ball down its throat. So that's what they're going to try to do. We know that. And offensively, we need to just execute our offense. They don't pose anything that's any different than what we've seen all year long. They do switch up between an odd front and an even front. So they'll play both in one game. And so our challenge to our offensive guys is just, if you know, play design, you know the object of the play, you know your basic rules of each play, and it doesn't matter what the front is. You just execute. You go by your rules, and then then you know who to block, regardless of what front they're in. So, so that's what it'll come down to on offense. Is executing well against whichever front they show and whichever defensive backfield they show. They show both 2 high and 1 high. Mostly play zone. We'll play some man free, but mostly it's a 2 high zone or a 3 high zone. So again, nothing that we haven't seen so far this year, but they're a very good team, very disciplined team, well coached, and we're kind of as far as record and where we are in the season, we're kind of mirror images of each other.
Right.
We're both 6-2. Both have a region loss, and so this will determine a great deal of not only our region standing for the crossover game the following week, but also it'll have an impact on our state seeding as well. So it's a big game. The way we've been kind of approaching this last half of the season is every game is a playoff game, and so we have a 1 week season against Mount Parent to focus on, and the goal is to go 1-0 against Mount Parent.
Sounds good. Well, Coach, we're going to take a short break and come back. We'll have more inside the coach's corner and talk more Landmark Christian War Eagle sports and some of the college sports from over the weekend right after this. We're about 29 minutes past the hour, 46 degrees in the metro Atlanta area of Noonan. You are holding at that time. Active Pest Control bringing you a look at your weather and time. That's right. Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Noonan. All right, Coach, we'll come back right after this short break.
All right, that sounds great.
That way that I can get in what I got to get in.
Yeah, man, totally get it. I'm honored to be a part of that, man. You got to pay the bills, and you got some commercials in between the segments, man. That's cool.
Yep. Got all that and news. It's just news being sponsored, and we're doing news every 30 minutes in the mornings, or national news every 30 minutes. But I pre-record local news to play at 15 after, and then local sports at 15 till. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
So with all my sports interviews, I won't have to do as much 15 minutes till when I'm doing the sports interviews, because that's going to cover all my local sports.
Right. How many hours are you on?
I'm on 3 hours a morning.
Okay.
People want me to be on more than that. Good morning, Anna Marie, to you on the YouTube, as well as who else? Daniel, good morning to you, brother, from Missouri. Your team beat my team, Daniel.
Documents appear to be legitimate. Ray Cluxton, the White House.
Butterball's cutting out the thawing process entirely for that Thanksgiving turkey, unveiling its cooked from frozen premium whole turkey straight from the oven from the freezer. This is SRN News. News.com.
Living on the view.
Yeah, that works. Good. Root beer. Okay. Oh, by the way, yes, it's November 3rd. It's the time change.
So not this coming weekend, but the next weekend.
Yep. I wish I just leave it like it is.
You know what? That's one of the things I wish one of our presidential candidates would offer to do, or whoever wins would offer to do, is just, let's stick with one and go with it year round.
Exactly. They do it in Indiana. Indiana don't change. They don't change.
If they went so far north, I'd think about moving there.
I know, right? All right, we're coming back, Coach.
All right, sounds good.
Welcome back into the RyanORadio Penitentiary, guys. About 33 minutes past the hour. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Noonan. We're inside the coach's corner with our favorite head coach, Coach Tommy Lewis. As we continue talking with him, we're going to talk a little college sports in just a moment. But as we get ready for this weekend, we've talked a little bit about what you're going to be doing and how you're expecting from your opponents. Let's talk a little bit about what you guys are going to do on the field this week to get back to that, to make this a 7-2 this coming up week.
Sure. Yeah, we just need to get back to locking in on what we do well, and and making sure we're sound and we got those things down. And of course, we need to. And we'll be putting in a few new wrinkles every week, just to give each opponent a little something that they may not expect. And so so that's what we'll be doing this week, Rhino, both offensively and defensively. Special teams wise, we feel like we've been pretty solid there. Our senior kicker Jackson Bellotti is having a fantastic year. We did have a field goal block against Whitfield last week, so
Right.
we gotta definitely tighten up some things there. But that's the first special teams negative we've had in quite some time. So I don't expect that to happen again, and we'll get that ironed out. But it'll be focusing on doing the things we do well and making sure we have those things down, and then just perfecting a few new wrinkles. Like every game. I mean, every game comes down to blocking and tackling.
Right.
Rhino, the Whitfield game was no different. We had just been doing a better job of it, in those 6 previous games than we did in this past Friday. And so, we'll continue to work on the fundamentals as well. I have every confidence that our guys will bounce back just fine, and we'll be locked in. In fact, they're locked in right now in the weight room. So
There you go.
they're ready to go.
All right. I tell you what, it's great to hear that, Coach, as we get ready for another week of high school football with Landmark Christian War Eagles. Before we head into finding out what's going on at Landmark and everything, let's talk a little college football over the weekend. Oh, my goodness. Auburn is not looking good. Missouri beat them 21-17. I really don't want to talk about it, but your thoughts.
Well, I would have loved to have been in Auburn's position this past weekend, right?
I hear you.
Silver lining. They had a chance to win that one. And
Right.
Let Missouri get back ahead right toward the end there, and so that again, good thing, bad thing. It's positive and good thing that they were able to put themselves in a position to win, and just they just got to look real hard at themselves, look real hard at the video, and see what they needed to do to finish it off.
Right.
But that was a tough loss for the Auburn Tigers.
Definitely was. And then the Alabama Crimson Tide loses for the second time to I think another Tennessee team as Tennessee beats them. Vandy beat them a few weeks ago. Now it's Tennessee coming out on top, Rocky Top, Tennessee. Your thoughts on Alabama Crimson Tide game against Tennessee?
Yeah, SEC football, right?
Yep.
What can you say? Anybody can beat anybody
On any given day, yes.
Don't bring your A game every weekend. That's what's going to happen. And I'm not real sure. I don't watch closely enough Alabama football to see really have an opinion on what they need to fix. I just know that they're not used to losing like that. And
No.
But I'm sure Kalen DeBoer, Coach DeBoer was hired for a reason.
He was.
Excellent football coach.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure he and his staff will work hard to get things ironed out. And on the flip side, kudos to Tennessee. They really Coach Heupel has them playing well, had them step up at a time when they needed to, and they put themselves right back in the thick of things with a win there. That's for sure.
There you go. One more college game to talk about, and I'm going to ask you what NFL games you checked out. Georgia defeated Texas 30-15, and it was expected to Texas being number one at the time to take this game. Now Oregon's number one, and then Georgia jumped up about 2 or 3 spots back to number 3. Your thoughts on the Bulldogs?
Yeah, I mean, kudos to them. I mean,
Yes.
I didn't expect the Georgia Bulldogs to stay down very long.
Nope.
But I know a lot of people didn't expect them to win on the road in number 1 Texas. So, fantastic game plan and a fantastically executed game plan for the Bulldogs this past weekend. Put Texas in a lot of tough situations. Made them make mistakes. I'm sure Coach Sarkisian, may look at it as, hey, we shot ourselves in the foot.
Right.
We made our own mistakes, but it's there's probably a little bit of both, a little bit of truth on both sides of that.
Exactly.
But, I still don't think there's any question that Texas is a top team, Georgia's a top team, and so I expect to see them both, making the playoff at some point. Once it's all said and done. But what a great game, and a great game for the Georgia Bulldogs.
It definitely was, and like I said, Kirby Smart and the Bulldogs going, you expect them to beat us? No way. They took it over the weekend. What NFL games? I know you watched a lot. How was your NFL viewing this weekend, Coach?
Yeah, well, I had the opportunity to focus on my 2 favorites.
Of course.
McDermott and the Buffalo Bills and Coach Tomlin and the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
And, got to celebrate with both of those guys.
Yep.
Those teams. Both the games kind of mirrored each other. They, both teams kind of started out slow and were a little frustrating.
Right.
But with those 2 head coaches leading the way, it didn't surprise me that they were able to, stay focused, lock in, and then finish off in grand fashion in both games. Everybody was questioning Coach Tomlin, switching quarterbacks. Why would you go with Russell Wilson when Fields is doing pretty well and you got a winning record and all those kind of things? And I love Mike's response. He said that's why I'm fairly well compensated, guys. I get to make those decisions.
I love it.
He's got such a quick wit about him, but and that was a tough decision. I even kind of questioned in my mind, like, man, I don't know if you rock the boat at this point in the season. Now you've been with Fields,
right,
for what 4, 5, 6 games. So,
right.
But Tomlin went with Russell Wilson. He said he needed to find out, how good they could be. Another great thing he said about that change was, hey, we've been very good with Justin Fields at the quarterback position, but we haven't been great yet. So I'm going to give Russell a shot at it. So, so again, kudos to Mike and the Steelers.
Yes,
And,
indeed.
those are the 2 games I got to watch.
Right.
And,
Sounds good.
And fortunately, the teams I was pulling for came out on top. Although, it was a little bit of hesitation, just because family friend of ours is Mason Rudolph, and so
Right.
we wanted him to do well, for the Titans.
Right.
The chance to start for them, and really hope he does well. But I only wanted him to do so well against the Buffalo Bills, and he started out really well. They really did look good early on, and they just couldn't sustain it, and Buffalo turned it up a notch.
They did. They definitely did. Well, Coach, before we let you get out of here, let's talk about some things going on at Landmark.
Well, yes, sir. We have high school tour night tomorrow night. So
Uh-oh.
if anybody's interested in either enrolling their high school student either in January or for next year, we're having a high school tour night. We'd love for folks to come by and check us out. Come meet the people. People is the number one thing that we have. But we also have some great facilities and some great classroom environments. And so we'd love for people to come by and check out what we have here at Landmark tomorrow evening. Other than that, we're cranking up school every day.
There you go.
Plenty going on. A bunch of the fall sports are wrapping up either this week or next, and and we'll be transitioning into our winter sports programs. We have wrestling, basketball, and swimming in the winter, as well as esports. So always check us out.
Sounds good, Coach. And with that being said and done, before we let you go, I want to ask you my poll question this morning, which is getting close to the holidays around the corner. So when do you begin your holiday shopping? My poll question begins with early in the summer for some, around Thanksgiving. Now those both are at 13%. Christmas Eve, 0%, or when I can is the most popular answer right now, 73%. So what is your answer?
Yeah, I don't have a set routine, so I guess I'll go with when I can get it in.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I've already done some internet surfing, check out some of the deals out there. But whenever I can get it in, I guess my answer, Ryan.
There you go. There you go. Well, Coach, before we let you go, anything else you'd like to add?
Oh, just love you folks here at WQEE, Ryan. Thanks so much for having us on. We really appreciate your partnership. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Coach. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's been another great Inside the Coach's Corner right here on RyanORadio Penitentiary with our favorite head football coach, Coach Tommy Lewis from the landmark Christian War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Back in a moment. All right, Coach. Great as always.
A lot of fun, Ryan. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right. We'll hopefully have better news next week to talk about on Monday.
Sounds good. We'll talk then.
All right. Sounds good, Ryan. Have a blessed day and a blessed week.
You do the same. Have a blessed day as well.
All right, brother.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Well, that worked out good. What's up, Pete? How you doing this morning? Jessica, good morning. Never is the answer, said Pete. You don't shop for the holidays? Oh, you in Miami this morning, Jessica? You're on my same time, girl. Crispies, you were asking about, yes, thank you for saying he seems like a good fellow. He is. Fall back. That's what we do in America. Arizona's another one, Captain Hot Buns, as well as Brewhouse said, is another state that don't change time. That's right. Martin, and I'll tell the Navajo Nation you said hello. Oh, my voice was sounding good now. All of a sudden it wants to go out. Come on now. Rocky Top, Tennessee. All right, brother. Good talking to you. You have a great day. Thank you for being with us. Truck drivers, Terry. At the beginning of the show, I wasn't. Now all of a sudden I wanted to start after I had all of my mess this weekend. I know what I need to do. I'll get some water. Take some of my medicine.
Indiana over Nebraska 56-7. Army defeated East Carolina 45-28. Navy over Charlotte 51-17. Miami shut down Louisville 52-45. Michigan lost to Illinois 21-7. UFC was defeated by Iowa State 38-35. And the game you heard right here on the Sunny FM radio networks, Point University coming back as the Point Skyhawks hit the road and defeated their conference rival St. Andrews Knights 40-12 on Saturday afternoon. The Skyhawks now moved at 2-6 and 2-1.
Oh, wow. Good morning, Curtis. How you doing, brother? Yep, most states do change the time. Oh. Indiana and Arizona don't. I forgot about Arizona too. Captain Hot Buns said something.
Also, the Rock officers are back in action. It's coming up Friday against Dayville Dashers, 8:05 p.m. That's located at your local sports. Brought to you by your friends at Newton City Church, 17 First Avenue here in the Metro area. Reporting for Sunny FM Radio News, I'm Ryan O Neal.
Ready to earn some sweet Southern rewards? Check out the Southern Rewards cashback.
Well, I'm glad you had a great birthday, Curtis.
Debit card transactions
I'm glad to hear that, brother.
With our Southern Rewards cashback account, you can earn up to $30 a month.
Oh, you're in Miami because you're celebrating family reunion, Jessica? Awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Tell your family we said good morning.
Southern States Bank, your bank, your rewards. Housing lender and FDIC and MLS number 410611.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton. Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners, open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Jessica is calling for the Patriot to do his 100 daily 100 push-ups.
So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton.
Keep your home safe with home scan inspections. Our licensed and accredited professionals know exactly.
Keep on building them up. I'm going to take the Patriot with me. We're going to go get into WWE. I'm going to take the Patriot. He's going to knock everybody out and become the new WWE champion. Keep putting in push-ups, Patriot. I'll be your mouthpiece. My voice will be better by then.
It's the last carnival of 2024, Lynette Fall Festival presented by Jordan Communications.
Bring Captain Hot Buns to come in and from behind and help everybody out because I have my tag team.
2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. Merry-go-rounds, family, kid, and adult rides, wristband night. Lynette Fall Festival presented by WQEE, WVEQ.
Uh-oh. We're going to do that later, too.
Hey, Arnold here from Cowee the Force. Cowee the Force is Newton's own addiction recovery support center. We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our
What's the finisher? Oh, I got to come up with finishers for the Patriot. We'll just take and do a modified version of Triple H's pedigree. You want him a lot of matches, why not?
Hello, everyone. This is DJ Commando of the 45's Affair Radio Show.
Wow, got good enough time. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. We appreciate you being with us. Well, ladies and gentlemen, still trying to come out of that little froggy voice. Got to say hello good morning to truck driver Terry joining us and Captain Hot Buns. I can't say it like I normally do. I'll get back before the end of the week. Also, Anna Marie is with us. Do the Anna Marie dance. Anna Marie dance. Well, Anna Marie, do the Noonan dance, I should say, for Anna Marie. And Pete, he's in Noonan as well. Pete says hello to the Navajo Nation. They say hello back to you, Pete. Sweetleaf, David. Well, no, Sweetleaf, Tom, Tim, Bob, Sue, and Rodney K. Good morning to you guys. And we'll say hello to everybody else throughout the mornings as well. We welcome you back in. We're almost 9 minutes away from the top of the hour. When do you begin your holiday shopping? Some people do it early summer, 12%. Around Thanksgiving, that's right because after Thanksgiving is the big Black Friday sale. Christmas Eve, come on. Stop acting like nobody goes on Christmas Eve to get gifts. Come on, some people do the last minute. And this one's the most popular answer. 76% say, when I can. Yeah, when I can. Yeah, when I can. I'll get them when I can. All right, guys, we appreciate you being with us this morning. Oh, man, we got a couple of things to talk about. Captain Hot Buns, there you go. When I can. You love the Noonan dance. There you go. Getting together is the best anyway. That's right, Anna Marie. All right, well, let's talk about this. We saw the Mr. McMahon. I would do my voice, but I don't still have enough. I'll start sounding like McMahon here in a minute. Hopefully that allergy medicine and stuff I took a few minutes ago is going to kick in before the top of the hour. All right, let's jump into this. You know, McMahon, we watched it. We talked about it. They even had to end the last episode about the allegations with Janelle Grant. Named in the allegations, of course, is John Laurinaitis. I'm starting to sound like him a little bit this morning. This is how he sounded when he was on TV. Formerly Johnny Ace, the tag team partner of Shane Douglas from the Dynamic Dudes in NWA, went up in WCW as a big executive, the brother of Animal for the Road Warriors, and, of course, an executive with WWE for a number of years, has been in allegations, him as well with Janelle Grant. Well, in a recent, on her recent daughter's podcast, Nikki and Bree show, with Nikki and Bree, formerly known as Bella, the Garcia twins, she admitted she's not single and ready to mingle, but she is focusing on her independence from John Laurinaitis, his former wife, Kathy Coles, who is officially divorced and the mother of the dynamic duo twins with Nikki and Bree. The public documents for the Supreme Court of in Arizona notes where they lived and on the outskirts of Phoenix. Notes that Kathy filed a divorce from Laurinaitis on February 9th, 2024. She filed a divorce only 15 days after the Janelle Grant filed a lawsuit against Laurinaitis, McMahon, and the WWE, within which she accused Laurinaitis of sexual assault. Laurinaitis, through his attorneys, initially claimed he liked Janelle Grant, was a victim of Vince McMahon. The former WWE head of talent relations, however, has performed a U-turn on May 2nd and sided with Vince McMahon and his motion to request arbitration in the Grant lawsuit. Also, Laurinaitis' sudden about turn occurred only one day before the divorce from Kathy Coles was finished by Judge Brad on May 3rd. Wow. This thing's getting deep and deep and deeper. I'm going to keep talking about them because as a wrestling fan, a lot of my favorite wrestlers are divided right now politically, and I still like them all, no matter what. But mainly because most of them were abused by this man, Vince McMahon. So there you go. And Vince McMahon, wow. Now Laurinaitis is on his side. I don't know what's going to happen. McMahon's like, you're going to have a job with me when I buy TNA Wrestling out or one of these wrestling companies out. There's more women out there for us, Laurinaitis. That's what old Vince McMahon is telling him. Like, subscribe, and share on the YouTube page, please, ladies and gentlemen. Please do it. So definitely so. Like, subscribe, and share. Help a brother out at $ RyanShelander, RyanShelander. So I thought this would be a top story to do today with Laurinaitis and my voice being the way it is. So there you go. Some people are like, I don't believe victims. Yeah, I don't believe victims. It takes them for too long, right? Yeah, right. I do. People just act like people are not hurt by this stuff. And Janelle Grant, she must be just trying to take him for his money. Because we don't want Vince McMahon to be a bad guy, do we? Watch the Mr. McMahon documentary and you know he's a real bad guy. Not just portraying one on television. Cody Rhodes built up his match with Gunther at Crown Jewel this past Friday night on SmackDown. The Bloodline attacked Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. Jimmy Uso showed up at the beginning of SmackDown, called out the Bloodline, walked away. Motor City Machine Guns debuted in their tag team match as they beat A-Town Down Under and Angel and Humberto. They're going to move on to take on DIY next week to be who's going to be the number one contenders for the Bloodline's WWE Tag Team Championships. Lash Legend She defeated Piper Niven. Also, Orton denied a match with KO at Crown Jewel, and it's because the upper crust said no way. Carmelo Hayes attacks Andrade, and LA Knight is going to be the referee next week in a match between the two of them. Candice LeRae tagged up when Nia Jackson defeated Bayley and Naomi. So there you go. Tonight, Gunther responds. He might show up on SmackDown this Friday night. The Wyatt Six, American Made, Jey Uso, and so much more. And we'll see what happens. There you go with Judgment Day split. All right, with all that being said, done, and everything, that's a few things going on in the first hour. Stay with us more on the ways the RyanORadio Penitentiary cruises on. You're in lockdown on the Sunny FM radio networks. Four quarters to a gal. Oh, okay. I'm glad you guys are remembering your math and how you can tell that what class you can tell that was taught in math class with Martin. I remember that too.
The shoemakers were particularly concerned about low-skilled workers driving down wages. They formed their guild in an effort to protect their trade. This has been the basis for much of the trade. The guild members argued that they were stopping, quote, the damage which the country sustains by occasion of bad wear. They wanted to set a quality standard for their industry. To ensure that standard, they set up an apprentice system by which new workers could learn their craft under the instruction of an established shoemaker. Nearly 4 centuries later, we hear similar.
You drink milk in buckets.
Carpenters and plumbers, recognizing
Mom, Jessica said she had a nutritionist that helped her out for free. She's in Miami today. Let's see what the weather in Miami is going to be.
Was the names for official duties in the guild. Instead of president or secretary treasurer, the shoemakers of Boston included titles such as a searcher, a warden, and a beadle. Another difference is that the Massachusetts colony outlawed the guild from, quote, fixing prices. So the guild could promote the
You got one last chance. You got one last chance to go to the beach down there. It's 78 degrees right now. Oh, it's going to rain today.
Like what you hear? Check out more at Labor History in 2.
WQEE 99.1 FM Noonan, WZZV 100.3 FM LaGrange, WVEQ 98.7 FM Lynette, WZEV 90.5 FM Lineville, Jordan Communication Station.
This message comes from NPR sponsor Rosetta Stone, an expert in language learning for 30 years. Right now, NPR listeners can get Rosetta Stone's lifetime membership to 25 different languages for 50% off. Learn more at rosettastone.com/NPR.
That's right, Anna Marie, what you said. Pints to a quarters to a gallon.
Jury selection begins today in New York in the trial of Daniel Penny.
You got to remember what we're taught in math class.
Not guilty of charges that include second-degree.
Woo, I bet they don't teach that anymore, do they, Martin?
Prosecutors say Penny put Neely in a roughly 6-minute fatal chokehold. Defense attorneys.
Liter and gallon different. 1 gallon equals 3 liters. There you go, Patriot.
The subway train in Manhattan. Donald Trump campaigned in the swing state of Pennsylvania yesterday, a little more than 2 weeks before Election Day in November. One of the Republican presidential nominees' stops was a McDonald's restaurant north of Philadelphia, where Trump spent time working the fry station and the drive-through window. Carmen Russell Sluchansky with member station.
Rabbit is better, Jessica. Jessica, rabbit is better. Rabbit is good. I like rabbit. I remember Grandma took a cow and all we Oh, cool, Ollie.
I now work for 15 minutes more than Kamala. Outside, hundreds gathered to cheer him on.
No, they don't. Eat meat, stay healthy. That's right. Eat meat, stay healthy. That's it, Jessica.
Attended last night's NFL game in Pittsburgh.
If you're going to be there a few days, you'll be able to hit up the beach, Jessica, down there in Miami when it stops raining before the end of the year. Anna Marie says, I had rabbit. It's okay. Anna, the Patriots, I love rabbit. Anna Marie loves squirrel. I'm not going to say anything. My Noonan people, they just love their squirrels around. That's why we don't have any squirrels in the trees. I'm just kidding.
Robinson was scheduled to be executed on Thursday, but an unprecedented legal move, a subpoena from the Texas House, saved him from lethal injection.
Jessica Rabbit's her new nickname. Good morning, Poopy Pie.
Robinson's case and others on death row. The lawmakers say Robinson's testimony is key to understanding problems.
Give me that octopus. Oh, really? I hear you, octopus. Yeah. I'm here to meet Leon Messi. Oh, she gonna meet him, and then he's gonna fall in love, and then Jessica won't be on here anymore. Dadgummit. Hopefully, you'll still when you guys have the big wedding, he'll have him call in. Jessica.
It'll be the Los Angeles Dodgers against the New York Yankees this year.
Squid, yes, squid. I'd eat the live squids. Shit looks good. Woo-wee. So you don't eat chicken because you have bad nightmares. Oh, he's married. Dadgummit. I was just trying to hook you up, sister. He's friendly though. Oh, okay. Share Bear, good morning to you, sister.
The Yankees advanced to the Fall Classic on Saturday, defeating the Cleveland Indians 5-2.
You don't holler says shop anymore? I reckon you just don't want any of those mustard and biscuits.
WNBA championship. New York beat the Minnesota Lynx last night in overtime, 67-62, in a decisive Game 5 of that series. I'm Dave Mattingly, NPR News in Washington.
/opt outside.
Time to take a look at your active look.
Randall, what's up? Roll Tide Randall, my brother. Hope you're doing good, Roll Tide Randall, my brother.
Sunny skies today with high near 79. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly clear sky tonight, 48 degrees, light and variable winds. Mainly sunny for your Tuesday, high near 79, winds light and variable. Clear skies for your Tuesday night, low near 50, light and variable winds. Mainly sunny, very warm on Wednesday, high near 81, light and variable winds. A mostly clear sky with low near 53, light and variable winds for Wednesday night. High near 81, 50.
That's right. Randall's with us. Can I say hello on the air?
Experience the difference at Southern States Bank. We're not just your bankers, we're your partners. Southern States Bank, your community, your bank.
We get to go back home. Oh, chest and arms are done. Jessica, he's got them done. He went ahead and exercised. He went ahead and did his 100 push-ups when she said so. Coach Jessica. Pete says good morning to everybody. They're saying good morning back to you. Really, Randall?
I'm offering my services as a counselor.
That's pretty cool.
Services at my website,
Not that it was not being used on him, of course, you know what I mean, but the gun itself.
Or you can reach me at my number.
And that's you, Randall, but you know, you never know. Someone else might come on.
We can do in-person and online services.
They might see this later and go, was he saying that?
Dental practice that not only cares about your teeth, but is friendly to work with? How about one that offers great deals and new patient promotions? Well, your search is over. Most Valuable Smiles in downtown Eatonton, Georgia is committed to giving you the biggest and brightest smile.
Oh, that's right. The Poopy Pie's doing cardio too, by the way.
Including x-rays and exams. Maybe you're looking for veneers. Most
Good
Valuable
exercise.
Smiles Special includes one free veneer with every 5 purchased. Or get that bright white smile you've always wanted by taking advantage of an exclusive $100 off Zoom whitening treatment.
Truck driver Cherry, good morning to you.
In downtown Eatonton to lock in these exclusive deals.
No, he's on.
623-0318 or visit mostvaluablesmiles.com.
You're walking, shopping.
Daniel's still with us.
Trail. You get that feeling somebody's coming up on you. What do you do to be prepared?
I need to lose this beer belly and I don't drink. It's root beer belly. Pete?
As a certified tactical self-defense instructor and specializing in women's self-defense.
It's called the root beer belly.
Have the ability to learn how to defend themselves effectively with technical drills to build their survival skills. You can be your own hero. Classes and private seminars are available. Learn today to have a safer tomorrow. WarriorDefenders.com.
Hey, Arnold here from Cowley to Force. Cowley to Force is Newland's own addiction recovery support center. We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost and all.
Wow, a lot of going on in Mississippi. Wow.
www.cowleytoforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
Hi, this is Arthur Soriano, asking you to tune into Let Go to Let God every Sunday at 9:30 a.m. right here on WQEE. We help those who are struggling with their faith or have doubts through discussion, inspirational stories, and contemporary Christian music. So tune in to Let Go to Let God Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m. Communication family radio stations, along with WQEV Sports and Talk, the key in Newland, Georgia, and WZZV Victory 100.3 FM, Gospel Killer Range, Georgia. Be a part of the local traditions and Storm Communications, bringing you the best local entertainment. We're gonna do it once more.
Don't get pregnant, ladies. Well, Pete, I've heard of that place, but until they buy advertisement, I'm not going to bring the name up. I like the little place down in the Kroger parking lot. Gets you the $1.50 scoops. Oh, you think you know me? There you go. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. Little Edge theme music to bring us back into it. Good morning to you. 78,000 plus of you tuning in here. We're all over the RyanORadio Media page, which includes Spreaker.com, as well as we are across iHeartRadio and Amazon Prime, 23 other different platforms of streaming. Also, ladies and gentlemen, British Columbia, Isles of Canada this morning. Good morning to you. We're across there. We are across, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on 1 minute. We are across the Navajo Nation. Good morning to you guys, the Navajo Nation, on the Earth Rock Radio, 25 real and internet radio stations there, ladies and gentlemen. We are also across, that's New Mexico, Arizona, and all over our friends of the Navajo Nation. We're across our sunny FM radio networks. That's right, WQEE 99.1 FM, Metro Atlanta and Atlanta's very own, as well as WZZV 90.5 FM in Lineville, Alabama, WZZV WZEV 100.3 FM in LaGrange, and WVEQ joining us in Lynette, Alabama in November. On this day, I see clearly. Good morning to Share Bear joining us. Thank you very much. Also, Roll Tide Randall in the house. We're going to say hello to him joining us. Pete, I think I already said hello to you. Just want to make sure I got that in there. Poopy Pie, hello to her. And Truck Driver Terry, of course. Good morning, everybody. When do you begin your Christmas shopping, your holiday shopping, basically? Early summer for some of you, 16%. Early summer, August, whatever. Around Thanksgiving, 11% of you wait to the day after Thanksgiving, of course, for the Black Friday sales. Christmas Eve, come on. Don't tell me none of you ever went out on Christmas Eve for last minute gifts. Come on. 0%. Can't believe it. And when I can, 74% of the votes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right back into it. Anna Maria, Pete, they were talking about a great little local Chinese restaurant until they buy with me. Can't talk about them on radio, though. I like the other one in the Kroger parking lot, the $1.50 scoops. You can get a lot more from them than you do when you go out to all these fast food places. Speaking of fast food places, what a great jump into our first newsworthy note before we head into the news break. Local news break, that is. 43 degrees right now here in the Metro Atlanta area, Noonan. And we'll take a look at some of the headlines out of Atlanta as we head into the headlines in a moment. But first, ladies and gentlemen, Chick-fil-A, one of my favorite U.S. fast food brand out of the Atlanta area. Of course, Chick-fil-A marks its very first expansion into Asia with a $75 million push targeting Singapore. The Atlanta-based franchise chain revealed it will open its very first Singapore location in late 2022 in Asia. They're gonna have Chick-fil-A there. Would you eat Chick-fil-A if you were over there? Or are they going to be used? Never mind, I'm not going to get into all that. Not going to get into all that other stuff. People says she loves being pregnant. There's some women talking about pregnancy on here. I'm lost on the YouTube's chat right now. 53 here, Pete. 53 in Washington State and hasn't gone down yet. Wow. So there you go. Very first U.S. brand. All right, let's head into a few top news stories you can read for yourself, ladies and gentlemen. 3 dead, 3 critical condition after a collapse of a bridge being demolished. 3 people have died and 3 are in critical condition after a bridge collapsed in Mississippi. McDonald's French fry supplier closes factory blaming $5 meal deals. The reason you got those $5 meal deals in our French fries. Okay, get better French fries somewhere else. Who cares? They want to overcharge the franchise, and the franchise is going down. Trying to keep things reasonable because people don't want to go and eat. When you can take that same money and go to this place I was telling you about, get your $1.50 scoops and spend a lot less and get a lot more food. Local restaurants, they're charging less. Texas apologizes to Georgia players, staff, SEC, and the game officials after fans threw trash on the field as the 30-15 win for the Georgia Bulldogs over Texas, who was number 1 ranked going into that game. Oregon is now the number 1 ranked team in college football. Kirby Smart said now we have a precedent that if you throw a bunch of stuff on the field and endanger athletes, then that you get a chance to get your call reversed. No. That doesn't happen. And maybe that's what's happening there. Wow. Dive deep in that. We got a lot of different news to get to this morning, including some sports too. But Texas apologizing. But the league said the disruption caused by the debris on the field would be reviewed related to the SEC sportsmanship policy and procedures. Texas issued a joint statement from the board of chairman. His name is Kevin Elif, the president, Jay Hartzell, and athletic director Chris Dale Cohn, that they condoned the bottle throwing and apologized to Georgia players and staff in the SEC and the game. Well, the Longhorns did lose, so that's the way it was. Well, so if you don't beat Alabama and Georgia, you get mad and throw things on the field. But if you beat Alabama and Georgia, you tear up your own goalpost, Tennessee. When Alabama and Georgia win, they don't tear anything up. They just go to the field and go, we're winners. Now, Alabama's not looking the same as usual, but hey. Anyway, wow. We got some of your headline news coming up for you right now. Let's take a look at this right quick as we head into the break. Another short break. We got break after break after break. Every 30 minutes on the hour is headline news from the national headlines. But first, and of course, we still got to come up for you this morning. We're going to talk about ghost hunter Jason Hawes suing the owner of the Conjuring house, the new owner of the Conjuring house. There were those movies the Conjuring were made about. We'll tell you what's going on there. She's then kind of went crazy. I don't know what she's smoking. Sweetleaf, she's not smoking the stuff you guys are. Sweetleaf says, I think I know what you're talking about on her. We'll talk about that this morning. Plus, Ron DeSantis has been going to try to say that he's going to sue radio stations or something. TV stations for some kind of commercial on abortion rights commercial. We'll talk about that. A judge has temporarily halted his so-called suit. We'll talk about how you can't tell people what to play. Program directors are the ones that decide what goes on the air and what don't go on the air. And if you pay, a lot of times they put it on the air. You can't tell a station what to do if you're not spending a lot of money with them yourself. All right, and I-675 Highway 4223 in Clayton County, there's a crash right there in the left lane. Two delays. Use I-75 or Highway 4223. Please do that. Also, the Cobb County crash at I-285 northbound in the outer loop. Exit 46 right before Glenwood Road. That's exit 44. Move to the shoulder. That's just some of the things going on. Back here momentarily after this short little news break. Get the dollar menu back up. Yes, I agree with you.
Traveling east on Bullsboro collided with 62-year-old Homer Lee Johnson of Noonan, who was in the roadway while pushing a grocery cart. This incident is still under investigation. 1 million ballots have been cast in 4 days in Georgia during the early voting period. The million-mile mark was reached by noon on this past Friday. Gwinnett, Alabama police have released more information about a shooting incident involving a juvenile they believe is now an accidental shooting. It happened at 12 noon at the 300 block of South Avenue in Gwinnett, Alabama last Thursday. The juvenile shot himself in the leg. Anyone with additional information, please contact the
Wow.
Department at 334-644-5268. Two teenagers have been arrested in connection to a 16-year-old's death for a fentanyl overdose. According to Gwinnett County Police in Gwinnett County, police have arrested a 16-year-old and 17-year-old for involuntary manslaughter and 3 additional charges. That's a look at what's going on with your news right here. The Sunny FM Radio News, brought to you by Noonan City Church, 17 First Avenue.
What the heck?
Summer,
I got to talk about that.
you out outside services 9 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. Also 8 a.m. and City News. I'm Ryan O Neal.
Looking for the right bank to be your partner? Experience the difference at Southern States Bank.
Get that dollar menu back up. I agree.
Take pride in providing personalized service. Southern States Bank, great service comes naturally. Visit us today or check us out at southernstatesbank.net. Southern States Bank, your community, your bank. FDIC, MLS number 410611.
Keep your home safe with home scan inspections. Our licensed and accredited professionals know exactly what to look for in order to prevent safety hazards and causing effects that may be found in your home. Ask about our free roof age or white inspections to ensure all areas are covered. Visit homescaninspector.com or send a text to 770-855-5678. Home Scan Inspections, where no one matters.
Are you looking for a dog trainer with positive reinforcement to help you bond with your new furry friend, or to have customized
Get rid of that and that.
or wonderful group classes? Check out Pits and Pals on their
All right.
Facebook page.
Wow.
Has extensive certification in dog psychology, is an AKC certified evaluator, and Victoria Stillwell certified training team. Check out Pits and Pals Facebook for more information. Rosemary wants to remind you to adopt, don't shop, save a life at Coyote County Shelter today.
Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. That's your headline news from around the areas and so much more. All right, let's get into some stuff that we're going to talk about this morning. We're still going to talk about the ghost hunter versus the Conjuring house. That's coming up this morning. We'll get into some details, and I don't know what is wrong with this woman that owns it. We'll get into that. Plus, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have a little bit more news for you, declaring it's the First Amendment, stupid, says a federal judge, temporary blocking the administration of Florida Governor Ron DeSantis for threatening TV stations for airing ads supporting abortion rights. We'll get into that this morning. I'm going to talk a little bit about radio and television for you because I'm an expert in that. Some of you guys are experts in everything else, but I'm an expert in this. So, all right. But first, a couple of headline news for you this morning. From around Sinwars killing is a chance to end the conflict in East Gaza and Lebanon, according to the U.S., as they pressure. President Biden marked a trip with the German leaders as he met with them and urged them to sustain a resolution for support of Ukraine. Netflix show a rise 11% in their third quarter results, beating expectations of memberships keep rising. They got a lot of good stuff on there. I watched Woman of the Hour about the dating game killer, serial killer. That was pretty good. Also, ladies and gentlemen, the entire island of Cuba left without power after failure of a key power plant went down. So there you go. A couple of newsworthy notes in the election heading up in a couple of weeks. As of Friday, Saturday, even more, in Georgia, 1 million ballots have been cast in 4 days, even more than that in 5 days in the early voting for Georgia. More than 353,000 North Carolina votes have been cast in early voting just on the first day. So there you go. That's election result news there. Get out, vote. Coming up in a couple of weeks. We're not talking about anything about that. We're just telling you, get out there and do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Phone lines will be open after the next break, 770-347-9947. I do want to hear from you guys this morning. We got a great group of guests this week. Tomorrow morning at 30 minutes past the hour, we're going to be Friday Night Lights with sports analyst Richard Holdridge. We're going to talk college football and picks the hit in the NFL. Plus movie reviews with Shane B coming up in the final period tomorrow. We're going to see what's hot, what's not, who took their own spot over the weekend, and talk a little bit about that. Also on Wednesday, it's Weird Wednesday, and Brenda Gasky from Horrified History will be our guest in the final period. She's going to give you an update in stories. She always gives you a history lesson in the unknown. Woo! That's coming up on Wednesday. Since it's October, you know she's going to get ready for Halloween. And don't you dare start acting up on Thursday. I'm talking to my voice, by the way, guys. And on Thursday, Courtney Lizo from the Book of the Dead podcast joins us. All right, with that being said, done, and all that good stuff, we're back at it. 28 minutes past the hour. Current conditions we're holding at, can you believe it? 43 degrees here in the metro Atlanta area noon. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Michael and the crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown for you. I love movies and music. There you go, brother. The Patriot said, let's get everybody back. I don't know, sometimes these things don't work. All right, let's jump into it. Here's a couple of headline news that you probably don't know about. Oh, my Lord. This one is a group of World War II reenactors dressed in costumes dined in a restaurant near Boston over the weekend. Hudson, Massachusetts, where this event happened. The actors were part of an American Heritage Museum World War II and reenactment on Saturday. After the presentation, the group went there to eat at Kit and Ken restaurant. Two of the actors were wearing Nazi uniforms, and now the restaurant is facing some backlash. They were actors, by the way, guys. I'm against Nazis 110%. You know, I call out Elon Musk daily and his racist stuff on X. And I don't care who he pretends to like, because he's playing both sides, like Martin says. But the restaurant owner said that they were forced to temporarily close due to threats against the workers. Gary Louie, the American Heritage Museum trustee, said the incident is beyond thoughtless by the actors. Let's put this in context. It's at the time when anti-Semitic violence is on the rise, when neo-Nazis have taken the streets. The Holocaust continues to be denied. So wearing German uniforms in public space, that's beyond thoughtless. That's terrible, he says. There are protocols on how and where the costumes are allowed to be presented, and this is not one of them. All right. The fallout now affected the restaurant. The restaurant put up a sign saying they were forced to close on Tuesday for the safety of their staff. The restaurant apologized on Facebook for allowing the actors to eat there. Wow. Wow, guys, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? Policy enforcement, says Share Bear. Nazi regime. Could be. Terry C says, Jessica's a strange creature. Jessica, you're a strange creature. What are you saying in there? All right. Well, golly. Maybe some of you are right about them trying to be bringing the Nazis to America. Maybe you guys are right about that. I don't know. We're pretty sure the proud part. What? First Amendment rights, but weird, says the Patriot. First Amendment rights, yes. That's what the Patriot says. So it's everywhere. Yep. We love Jessica Doe. Yes, we do. I obviously hate the Nazis, though. Oh, I know, Patriot. But they were actors. Get over it, people. First Amendment rights. Yeah, they were actors. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that's feeling hurt. And I understand that. You guys know I call Nazi out crap every day. Because but these were actors. But I think I would have probably said, all right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm probably not going to wear this. I'm acting into a place because of all the stuff that's going on. But they didn't mean to do anything or cause any harm, is what some of you are saying. Just because it's fun to have conversations with people, don't get addicted to smartphones and TV. You got that right. Are you proud of your social blank that no one will mate you? You're so socially blanked. Are you so proud and you're so socially blanked that no one will mate you? What? What is all they got to do? What's going on, Poopy? Uh-oh. She wow. You gotta let me know. Ooh. Oh, okay. I see. Poopy pie proud. Okay. What's a fem cell? I don't even know what that is. I guess I'm out of it. I don't know what any of that, what she is. I don't know what that is. Gunaholic says, Randall, that makes sense to me there, but I'm in the South. Female, I think. Oh, okay. Thanks, Patriot. I didn't know. Anyway, I'm glad that you guys were answering that question on that. I appreciate that. Here's another one before we hit. Well, actually, we need to head into the break right now, don't we? It's time for a break. When we come back, we're going to open the phone lines. I'm talking about Ron DeSantis trying to get commercials pulled off of television. Only people can do that is program directors like me. Here's another First Amendment or Second Amendment right being pulled. Back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us. I collect rainwater instead of guns. Hey, that is cool. I had a client one time who did that. All right, guys, that's my audience online talking about things that I'm not being able to keep up with it. I'll try to. After the break, we're opening the phone lines. Plus, we're going to talk about what's going on with Florida DeSantis and a temporary block on his administration trying to take abortion rights commercials off of television. Stay with us. More on the way.
News. I'm Tasha Stevens. Former President Trump took his campaign for the White House to Pennsylvania Sunday, vowing to improve the economy.
We will get your energy bill, everybody in the audience, including businesses, down by 50%.
It's illegal to collect rainwater where?
1 year from when we take office. And when that happens, everything else is.
I know I don't understand.
Fact check aimed at former President Trump regarding violent crime rates in the U.S. during the ABC News presidential debate in September. It's proven false. President Trump said crime across the nation is through the roof.
Oh, it's an organization. Okay.
Check that. Saying according to the
I've never heard of it. Let me look that up. I really have never heard of it. I know Poopy's not too happy with it right now, and I wouldn't want to make her mad.
4.5% increase in violent crime. Senator Lindsey Graham blasting those claiming to be Republican who support Harris, the South Carolina Republican. Said Harris is one of the most radical.
Yeah, Bolly, me either. I never heard of it.
Also, at SRNews.com, the U.S. is investigating a leak of classified documents related to Israeli military plans.
Okay, I'm looking at it now. Urban Dictionary. Oh, it's a woman that can't get a relationship. Okay. Femcell. Okay. A female. She wants a relationship but can't get one to save her life. Sometimes, ladies, you just have to put up with our crap, okay? We're never going to grow up. We're never going to change. Okay, that's just the way we men are. Femcell is a woman that can't get in a relationship. She wants a relationship but can't get one to save her life. Sometimes you just have to put up with our crap.
Reports that thousands of youngsters have been subjected to such surgeries in the past 5 years at a cost of tens of millions.
Of course, we're confused because we didn't know that word even existed Males didn't. I mean, every ugly person find themselves in a loving and caring relationship. That's true, Poopy. Jessica can. I call them weirdos, says truck driver Terry. I Molly says, I'm just going to blame him. No, it's not them. I didn't know they were getting into it about this. FemCell. I'm going to give that on the air to let everybody know. That's a personal issue, she says. Poopy Pie says it's a personal issue if nobody wants to date you. Well, like I said, the ladies in here that have husbands and boyfriends, they put up a lot of crap from them. But they know when to put their foot down. Am I right, ladies? And gentlemen, tell the truth. You know when your wife gives you that look, you're like, I better go take the trash out. She could get a nice guy if she wanted. Yeah, she could. I told her to go after Leon Messi. She said he... He's married, but I'll like go after him anyway. Order the sleepless nights. Good morning to you, my friend. Well, there's a shout. I'll shout her out. Lauren's her name. Thank you. I'll shout her out, brother. I'm under the instructions in the game of the telepath. Randall's, I'm just going to say something that's obscure. Good morning. Oh, Glory. How you doing, bro?
Hey, sports fans. Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Drive time.
Jessica, just sometimes got to put up with a man that's got a different opinion than you. Most of us do. Doesn't mean we're always right. Most of the time we're wrong. As a man, I can admit that. Oh, awesome. Well, I'm gonna do that for you. Order of Sleepless Nights.
WQEE 99.1 FM, Noonan, Georgia.
Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary, ladies and gentlemen. As you hear that theme song in the background, we are the ones. My tribal chief. I'm the radio tribal chief. Acknowledge me. Sorry. That theme song just got me going. All right. Got to say hello. Good morning to Order of the Sleepless Nights. He said, can I get a shout out on air to Lauren X Sings on YouTube for taking care of little baby lioness who showed up discard on her doorstep covered in fleas. She has taken care of him, bottle feeding. Way to go there. Yes, we can. A shout out to her. Oh, Glory, good morning to you. Salute you, my brother. Thank you for being with us. Popey Pie is still with us as well. And Cher's just joined us. There you go. FemCell. The thing, that's what they were talking about during the break. And that's what we brought up before we went to the break. A woman who can't get a relationship. Becky is a FemCell. She wants a relationship but can't get one to save her life. Sometimes ladies just have to put up with our manure. Remember, as men, we're not always right, but every once in a blue moon. So but we're going to fight. We're going to argue that we're right no matter whether we're right or wrong. So there you go, ladies. All my ladies that's got boyfriends and husbands in the feed, let me know. You have to sometimes just shake your head like you do with your kids and go, Husbands, boyfriends. All right, when do you guys begin your holiday shopping? 18% of you say early summer, around Thanksgiving, 9%, Christmas Eve, nobody, and when I can, at 72% of the votes. That's our poll question this morning. Phone lines will be open throughout the morning. We're almost at 15 minutes to the top of the hour. So we're going to talk about ghost hunter Jason Hawes in a lawsuit about something against the owner of the Conjuring house. You know, they used to do investigations there and stuff. Oh, we got to talk about that. All right, we welcome you back in about almost 15 minutes to the top of the hour. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary time. And we're holding at about 43 degrees in the metro Atlanta area in Newton. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. All right, declaring it's the First Amendment, stupid. A federal judge has temporarily blocked the administration of Florida Governor Ron DeSantis from threatening TV stations for airing ads supporting abortion rights. There's an ad entitled Caroline, began airing on October 1st, features a woman surviving brain cancer saying Florida's 6-week anti-abortion law is dangerous and prevents her from having a life-saving measure. Florida Health Department sent out a cease and desist letter. You can only send them out if somebody's running something that you own. Send and desist letter to all the TV stations calling the ad false while threatening criminal penalties for failure to do so. The judge said it is not. All right. As a guy that runs a radio station and television stations, there's a lot of people who want to buy advertising with me. Sometimes I don't agree with them. Okay. And it's not my choice to sit there and go, I'm not going to put you on there. It would be unfair. So, like with my listeners who have different backgrounds here, different beliefs, I don't tell them, I don't care about your belief, because I do care about them and they care about what I believe. That's the way it is. I think this is going a little too far, just like we're saying beforehand. This is going a little too far. Good morning, Red Bricks. How you doing this morning? You're wrong when you're right, and if you live by this, life will be easier with you and your wife. That's right, Red Bricks. Tell them. Excuses sound best to those who use them. Chivalry is dead, and women and their behavior killed it, says Oh Glory. Wow. Anyway, back to what I was talking about before we take a break. And, you know, it's just the way it is. You can disagree, but you can't tell people they can't have their opinions. If people got on the radio and had their opinions and it was different from ownership of the radio station, they wouldn't call me and say, hey, you can't do that, because they just don't do that. So a cease and desist letter can be as if you're playing, say, somebody's sports, like, say, we have rights to play Point University football. We have rights to the Peach State Cats football, Columbus River Dragons hockey. But if they're not on the network, if another network's playing them without their permission, they can send a cease and desist letter. You can't just send one. You just can't send one just because you don't like an ad and you think it's false. Because there's a lot of ads that are false out there. But if they pay you, you take it and play it. All right. Martin Deloach said, not well for Texas. Your Georgia boys got us. Oh, yeah. That's right. I love women, says the Patriot. We need them. They need us. If you disagree, you're lying to yourself. That's right, brother. Yes, she is angry at you being a femcel. Amen. There you go. All right, we're going to take another break. Back in a moment. Stay with us. More RyanORadio Penitentiary cruises on. We're back after this break. We're going to still open up phone lines. Love to hear from you. 770-347-9947 after the break.
Time for your local sports right here on Sunny FM Radio Network. I'm Ryan O Neal. The Carrollton Trojans in high school football defeated East Coweta 63-10 over the Indians at home. Callaway continues their winning ways over at Hogansville, defeating Pike County on the road 53-0. Langston Hughes continues to dominate Noonan teams. Last week over Noonan, this week back in Noonan against the North Cape Vikings 46-0. Speaking of the Noonan Cougars, they defeated Lovejoy in their homecoming game 38-6. Go Cougars.
When I was younger, I dated for love. I bought gifts. I planned events. I planned vacations. I scheduled time together. After a year, each and every single one of them were cheating. Sorry to hear that, oh glory. Sorry to hear that, brother. Uh-oh. Poopy Pie and Jessica. I'm not getting in the middle of two women disagreeing. That's what a smart man does.
Handled Talladega 48-21, and Lafayette with their homecoming looking great with brand new jerseys defeating Coosa County 48-8. Let's head over to the NCAA and college football realm. Saturday football games went like this: as the Missouri Tigers defeated my Auburn Tigers 21-17. No big surprise there. South Carolina defeated Oklahoma 35-9. Another Tennessee team defeated Alabama. Tennessee, this time the Vols, Rocky Top, defeated the Alabama.
High value women equal loving, caring, nurturing, not money or education like for men. I think a lot of women here are very educated in our feed. All right, brother, go walk the dog. Just a walking, yeah, dog, Red Bricks.
Oklahoma State lost to BYU 38-35. Clemson shut down Virginia 48-31. Indiana over Nebraska 56-7. Army defeated East Carolina 45-28. Navy over Charlotte 51-17. Miami shut down Louisville 52-45. Michigan lost to Illinois 21.
I think a lot of people have been hurt over their lives. Oh, you don't have to. There you go. You don't crack dark jokes. That makes me a high value one. Yeah, there you go. You don't have to do that. There's people out there don't. There's men out there don't like those dark jokes.
Other local sports included FPHL action as the Columbus River Dragons win both games over the weekend over Monroe, their first season in the FPHL. Overtime Friday night, the River Dragons defeated Monroe 1-0. On Saturday 2-1. For the Athens Rock Lobsters are undefeated, going 4 straight victories in a row. Defeated the Bobcats on Friday 3-2, and on Saturday shut them down 10-2. Also, the Rock Lobsters are back in action. It's coming up Friday against Dayville
Psychology 101. There you go, Patriot. We know what he took a psychology class. Terry says I just like sex. What makes you think you can't be in a relationship anymore, Jessica? There's somebody out there. You just have to find the right guy. I know you don't want to find the right guy that might be a good Christian guy, because there's good ones out there. There's good guys out there. And that is your choice, sister. That's right, Patriot.
To get your life back in balance. Our goal here is to provide information that's both scientific and prolific. So join us here.
Hey, sports fans, it's Ron Peterson here, host of the Ron Peterson Show.
Oh, yeah, Gail, I saw your Titans lost.
On Atlanta's funnest sports talk.
We'll get into that tomorrow.
I say fun.
What's new there?
You've never heard a show like it because we make the listeners a part of the show. Every day between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern, you'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might even hear
Russell Wilson start. Yeah, I did see that.
right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Hello, everyone. This is DJ Commando of a 45's Affair radio show where I play all vinyl 45s. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, Noonan, Georgia.
If there ain't 300 plus, I got no interest, says Randall. Oh, welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. A good feed, fun feed this morning. Oh, man, we got to talk about this ghost hunters versus the Conjuring house thing coming up. Wow. U.S., of course, U.S. fast food brand, and one of my faves, Chick-fil-A, is marking its first expansion in Asia with a $75 million push targeting Singapore. The Atlanta-based franchise chain revealed it will open its first ever in late 2025. This is some sad news here, too. We'll get into some sports. 3 people were killed and 8 others at least were injured during a shooting in Mississippi early Saturday morning that happened just after 12 a.m. Central Standard Time during a trail ride, I should say, at the Holmes County that was supposed to be like for homecoming, after the homecoming game, and just about 5 miles from Lexington, Mississippi. The incident took place following a homecoming event and football game at Holmes County Central High School. The school district has not released a statement as of yet, but the MBI, Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, and local police are investigating in this. More gun violence, man. Wow. People are just crazy out there. Chick-fil-A, a quality, Chick-fil-A's quality has fallen off, says Red Hunter. Says Red Hunter. Who's leaving? God bless. Way to go. Gail says she voted on Saturday in a paper ballot 20 minutes before 4 p.m. There you go, sister. Go out and vote. Voting is vote for whoever you want to vote for. I'm not here to tell you who to vote for. Coming up in a couple of weeks, voting is right around the corner. All right. Oh, Glory said, Jessica, I'm single, live on a 200-acre riverfront farm on multiple avenues of income, no kids, no ex-wives, no felonies, no tattoos, 6'8" tall and 36 inches waist. There you go. Oh, Glory's the man for you, Jessica. I knew I'd hook you up one day, sister. He's got everything you need. There's some ladies on here be like, hey, I'm single now. Some other ladies are going to become single very soon. Oh, glory, now that you had all that, brother. See ya, Patriot. We love your brother. Take care for the day. That's our listener takeover at the end. A former NFL quarterback is behind bars for arrested and charged for DUI and possession of a handgun. He's out on bond. We'll talk about that. Plus, a man faces charges that he burned a child at a February 24th Orlando City FC game. They're dangerous. Soccer is. Yep, talked about that earlier, them being out of power when the power plants failed. I have standards, though. Can you hang upside down from a ceiling fan, spinning counterclockwise in a chicken suit with a Coke bottle stuck up your... Never mind. You just lost her right there, oh glory. Now, some of the other ladies be like, well, I've done that before. I'm just not going to tell you when and where. Uh-oh, Jessica. Jessica said, that's it. Maybe we got a love connection, oh glory, and you and Jessica. Dating game. I watched the dating game Killer. On Netflix. Nothing But Trouble says, can you do it, oh glory? See, Nothing But Trouble want to know. She's interested. Randall said, what size Coke bottle? The old glass Coke bottles. Wow. Jessica says, your standards are pretty low there. I don't know, ladies. I mean, oh, glory might try it for you. Nothing but trouble. You never know. Nothing But Trouble wants to know if he can do it because she's like, hey, man, that's easy, but only if you can do it. Guys, oh, guys. I have that effect on women's glory. You didn't turn Jessica on. No, I don't know. Jessica may be like, she's thinking, Told you, Jessica, sometimes you got to put up with us men. We, I hate to say it, we do some pretty crazy things at times. So. Sometimes you got to get over that. I mean, he does have a large farm. That's what she said. Jessica says you had low standards. I'm sitting here trying to hook you up, oh glory. I'm trying to play the dating game host. Glory is pretty short and chat weird. Try to make a joke, but misread it, laugh out loud. I know you were making a joke. But sometimes people take it real, like Nothing But Trouble want to know if you could do it because, you know. Nah, it won't, Bolly. Short and weird. Oh, Lord. I'm not going to read that. Sheriff says, my standards are high. Kind of like Snoop Dogg. Oh, I can't read that, oh glory. Even though I'm not on air, I still can't read that.
Trump later held a town hall style event in Lancaster and attended last night's NFL game.
Oh, really, Polly? Wow.
Vice President Harris was campaigning in Georgia yesterday, where she focused largely on unity and voting rights. Music icon Stevie Wonder performed at Harris's Democratic campaign event at a church in Jonesboro, south of Atlanta. The vice president and her supporters also celebrated Harris's 60th birthday. A death row inmate in Texas is expected to testify to state lawmakers today, days after his scheduled execution was delayed. David Martin Davies with Texas.
You think he's as old as Martin? Oh, Glory, how old are you? Jessica wants to know. She's 37. We're trying to hook you up. He's 42. He's closer to your age than most people. See? He's just a few years older than you, Jessica. Which Martin? That's right. Keep me out of it, said Martin Mill. What are we talking about? My middle name is Ryan. I go by my middle name. So you go by Ryan too, oh glory. Okay. He's 42 and his middle name's Ryan. He goes by Ryan, Jessica. That's a good name. He's a good man. All men named Martin are good, but all guys named Ryan are great. Martin DeLoach says, I'm 39. He's a lawyer, by the way, Jessica. Martin DeLoach is. Martin DeLoach would be easy to hire for divorces. That's right. He's in here for that. We're promoting for that. Poopy Pie says, I'm going to watch this play out and smoke my weed. Gail's sitting over there saying, why don't you pass it to me? Just picking Gail. Puff, 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 says Poopy Pie. Uh-oh. Since I got truck driver Terry, since I got all Terry ceases, I got a lot Lizard Chronicles on Friday. I guess I'm going to have to do smoking and choking for my puffers in here. I need to have a segment for them. I mean, more marriages and divorce, more tax. Yeah. Jessica, you can't do what? We'll find you somebody, sister. It's all gonna come. Gail's like, puff, puff, puff. I knew it. OG, that's why she's been in the penitentiary for years. The Queen of England smoked it for a bit. Bloody A. Pass that joint over here. Ooh. Queen of England. All right, he's going to, oh, glory, giving you some points, sister. Jessica. Smoking looks childish. Smoking looks childish. And then Molly turns out there, opens up the vodka and pours like, this is a man's drink. Looks like a lollipop. You're happy without a man. So are you a femcel too, Sheriff? I just learned that word this morning. I don't know what it, didn't know what it meant. I didn't know what that was. I'm trying to hook my sisters up. Just remember, ladies, guys never do what you tell them to do. You got to control them. I don't know, Sheriff, was something brought up earlier. It's a woman that wants a relationship but can't find one. I know you do, Bolly. They were bringing it up earlier. I had to look it up, Cher. I didn't know what it was. You learn something new every day, don't you? We think we never get. We think we're too old to learn something. Then we learn something else, sister. Cher. Seriously, says, my advice, Jessica, don't spit. Yep, that'll keep them a long time. Oh, Lord. You guys got to understand, his nickname is Truck Driver Terry, so there you go. You're like, but Terry said, yeah, truck drivers, they have great sense of humor. Why? All the stuff they see, I got a whole bunch of those Lot Lizard Chronicles sent to me. I appreciate all of them. Corn in Iowa can be the problem. Don't eat the corn. Oh, let's don't talk about Iowa because Sherry will be like, what are you talking about? I'll get you. Just because I'm here to teach you new words. Thank you, sister. You're teaching a lot of things that I have never heard, and I appreciate that. But I like to learn people's different aspects of life, so. It's just.
Thanks for listening to Braves Country right here on the key. You can catch Braves Country on Braves Country HD. Find us on YouTube today. YouTube.com/@Braves Country. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM.
I know, right? I don't know where they got them lyrics from. I'm going to talk to them later this week. What's up, everybody? Welcome back into the third and final hour on this major news Monday of RyanORadio Penitentiary. We're on the Sunny FM radio networks. We're across the trees by Rush, not YYZ. I know, right? The trees by Rush. YYZ. I don't know why they put that in there. I was sitting there going, wait a minute. YYZ. All right, anyway, welcome back, guys. We're talking about lyrical wisdom on Fridays. Mixed up a song. Anyway, that's good. That's all right. We're back into the RyanORadio Penitentiary on the Sunny FM radio networks. 78,000 plus of you worldwide tuning in. You're across the RyanORadio Media page, including Spreaker, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Prime, and 23 other streaming platforms. We're across the YouTube as well as Facebook. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada. Hey, good morning to Helen, Vicky, Tom, Bob, Daniel, and Alice up in Canada. We're also across Earth Rock Radio, 25 different radio stations on the Navajo Nation and New Mexico and Arizona. We're across the Jordan Communication family radio stations, ladies and gentlemen. The Sunny FM radio networks include WQEE 99.1 FM in Noonan, WZZV 100.3 FM in LaGrange, WZEV 90.5 FM in Lineville, Alabama, and joining us in November, WVEQ, brand new, the all-new WVEQ, Lynette, Alabama. All right, 30 news every 30 minutes. National news for you throughout the morning news, weather, traffic, all the events of the day, and great guest. Gail from Tennessee is on our feed. She says, October is Domestic Violence Awareness, and men and boys can get breast cancer too. Amen, sisters. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Feel off or a knot. Go, guys, get checked. Ooh, don't sleep the wrong way either. Thank you, sister, for saying that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, when do you begin your holiday shopping? Some of you, 18% say early summer. 7% of you say the deals on Black Friday after Thanksgiving around it. Christmas Eve, I don't believe nobody's answered Christmas Eve. I see a lot of people out on Christmas Eve. Come on. I do a morning show on Christmas Eve. I see it. 75% say when I can. So there you go. That's our poll question. Tomorrow morning on the show, Richard Holdridge joins us in the second half of the second period. We're going to do sports news with the Friday Night Light scoreboard. We're going to talk a little bit about, of course, college football games, Alabama, Auburn, Georgia, and we'll talk about the picks to hit and what happened in the NFL tomorrow, including Titans losing, Bills and Steelers winning, and what a weekend it was for most of the teams. We'll see our picks to hit. That's all tomorrow. Plus, in the final period tomorrow, Shane B., my good friend from Georgia area, he's going to join us. He and I are going to talk what's hot, what's not, what's going on Roku, Netflix, and all the streaming devices out there you can check out, what you need to check out, and the top 10 movies. Hopefully we got a new number one. Come on. Let's see what we got. All right, 770-347-9947, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you're cracking me up, Poopy Pie. Poopy Pie is cracking people up. She's cracking people up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break on the Sunny Radio Networks. That's right. The Sunny FM radio networks right here as we get ready for a little bit of news for you from all around the area. What's going on here this morning? I don't know what's going on the feed there. A lot of crazy things. Like, subscribe, and share. Back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen.
Time for your Sunny FM radio news, brought to you by University Church 17 First Avenue, here in the Metro Atlanta.
Martin, you're not 70. Yes, he is. He's the elder statesman. Nothing but trouble. That's what he said. I love you, Sharon. I hope everything is back to normal after the flood you incurred. I got to chase dead presidents. Bye-bye. See you, Red Bricks. Go chase them dead presidents, brother.
1 million ballots have been cast in 4 days in Georgia during the early voting period. The million-mile mark was reached by noon on this past Friday. Glenn, Alabama police have released more information about a shooting incident involving a juvenile they believe is now an accidental shooting. It happened at 12 noon at the 300 block of South Avenue in Linden, Alabama.
Wow.
644-5268. Two teenagers have been arrested in connection to a 16-year-old's death for a fentanyl overdose. According to Gwinnett County Police in Gwinnett County, police have arrested a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old for involuntary manslaughter and 3 additional charges. That's a look at what's going on with your news right here. The Sunny FM Radio News. I'm Ryan O Neal.
Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary right here on the Sunny FM radio networks as the sun is trying to come in on me. For those of you that are watching on the YouTube. Oh my goodness. 18 minutes past the hour. Current conditions are 44 degrees in the Atlanta market. Time and temperature, radio time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, agree with things all. Mike on the crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown for you. Coming up after the next break, we're going to talk about ghost hunters versus the Conjuring house. You guys will know about that. There you go. Former NFL quarterback Jay Cutler was arrested, ladies and gentlemen, on a DUI and possession of handgun charges while under the influence after he was involved in a Franklin, Tennessee collision, according to Franklin PD, who responded to an incident around 5 p.m. Central Standard Time last week. He was booked in the Williamson County Jail and given a $5,000 bond, then released. He was a former quarterback for the Broncos, the Bears, and the Dolphins from 2006 to 2017. He started at Vanderbilt and was the number 11 draft pick of all times. It was released 3 years ago that he had symptoms of CTE, but still no excuse for getting drunk and getting in an accident. You got drivers when you're that kind of money. 53 in Texas, so much better than 100 and 120. Yes, indeed, in North Texas, says Martin Deloge. A man is facing charges and burning a child with a flare at a February 24th Orlando City 0-0 draw with CF Montreal soccer game. Soccer, wow, they're getting dangerous over there. The 37-year-old man has been charged with arsoning near the building, setting it on fire, causing the incident. Ramirez Reyes is the man. He can face up to 40 years in federal prison for starting the arson and causing and shooting a flare and everything. I guess he was excited about the game. I don't know. Jake offered witnesses $2,000 not to call the cops. What? Or Jay. It's Jay. You got Jake on there. Jay offered $2,000 not to call the cops, says Gail. She's from Tennessee. What? She's on the feed, by the way, YouTube feed, guys. Wow. That is. Sinwars killing is a chance to end the conflict in eastern Gaza and Lebanon. The U.S. is pressuring Israel to end it. There you go. So that's another big news story this morning. 3 people were killed and at least 8 more injured during a shooting in Mississippi early Saturday morning around 12 a.m. Eastern Central Standard Time in Holmes County, which is about 5 miles from Lexington, Mississippi. The incident took place following a homecoming event and football game at the Holmes County Center High School. The school district has not released any information or statement yet, but MBI and local authorities are investigating. Your thoughts on this, guys? What are we going to do about it? Nashville Channel 5 reported that about Jay. Ooh, I believe it. I believe he probably did offer him that much money. But if you're hurt, you're hurt. Come on. Offering that kind of money don't mean they're going to take care of it. He was in a drunken state. But anyway, back to this people in Mississippi. Wow, all this is getting worse and worse and worse as more violence is out there. More violence. Let's see. I'm still going to talk about this. Soap Opera Weekly coming up. I'm going to preview what's coming up this week. Who said they don't care what? Oh, okay. You guys are confusing me. My feed is confusing me. Sorry, guys. 770-347-9947 to open up the phone lines this morning. And we're going to talk about Soap Opera Weekly here after the break, too. And we're still going to talk about, remember the old show Ghost Hunters? I think 10 or 11 seasons on Sci-Fi, a couple of seasons on A&E. Jason Hawes and his partner, JJ, used to have a midnight show that they did for 3 hours or 2 hours of paranormal stuff. Well, right now, Jay Hawes, one of the former guys on that show, actually still owns the rights to the show, is suing the owner of the Conjuring house where they went and investigated many times. The Conjuring house has been made into 1 million movies, by the way. And according to sources, she is sitting there paranoid. I don't know what she's taking. I don't know what kind of mushrooms she's growing on this farm. I don't know what is wrong with her, but she's sitting there accusing Jay and so many people wanting to come after her and kill her and all this kind of stuff. She's believing conspiracy nut theories online. This woman is going crazy. And all Jason is saying, hey, don't go and support this woman at all anymore. Now, she's more crazy than the demons. Maybe one of them demons possessed her. Hey, my religious people out there like me might think some of those demons might have possessed her. She's acting very, very crazy. And we're going to talk about that coming up in just a few moments. But before that, here's another crazy woman. This is why some guys don't want to date, ladies. Right here. A North Dakota woman was sentenced for poisoning her boyfriend after she believed he was going to inherit $30 million. The 48-year-old woman by the name of Ina will serve 50 years, first 25 already. That means that she served 25 years in prison with the remaining of 25 years of balance suspended. After 25 years, she'll be out. Prosecutors say the 48-year-old poisoned Stephen Riley Jr. with antifreeze on the false belief that she would inherit part of the multi-million-dollar inheritance he's getting. After receiving the news, the couple met with an estate lawyer on September 3rd, 2023. That day, Riley became ill. Ina called the paramedics. He was declared dead on September 5th. Investigators later learned that there was inheritance and that Ryan Riley, the victim's 21-year-old son, told the local newspaper that a couple actually fell victim to an online scam and there was never any money. Hello? Hello? David, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
I'm not doing too good. I'm a little sick. I got a little cold.
And by the way, do you have Medicare Part A and B?
No, I don't trust any of that. I don't trust the government. I'm out here in the woods. I don't trust the government at all. Anything they got is going to try to kill me. I take moonshine to take care of myself. You know, like the moonshiners. You ever heard of them? Oh, well, that's how you get rid of them. And that's it. They fell to a scam. So Stephen Gonzalez Riley's sister said that Ina stole more than just the human life. She was also have to pay restitution to the victim's family. Wow. One of them online scams. They told me I was going to be a millionaire too. All I had to do was fill out this information and send them $100 or $500. And I told them I don't even have $25. They said, how much can you send? I was like, I can't send anything. I said, if you pay for it, I'll give you 3 times as much. I'll give you $5,000 out of the 500 million you're giving me. I'll give you 3,000. I might just give you $1 million if you pay for it. They never respond. Don't understand it. Every single time some widow is dying and wants to give her money away. And every time I tell the bank, and they send me to the bank person, every time I tell the bank person that I can't afford to send them any money, that if they go ahead and take care of it for me, that I'll give them $1 million out of the 500 million, they never respond. Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning.
Well, good morning. This is Enos. I'm calling from the grave.
Hey, how you doing, Enos?
Well, I just wanted you to know that them there California girls, that's what's wrong with America. I love you, Jessica.
She does. He does.
I'm just a mess. Truck driver Terry.
Yes, indeed.
From the road.
Where are you at this morning?
Well, I started off in Indiana. You know, that when they make your manners, Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in Ohio now. I'm up here in Ohio.
Oh, Lord, in Ohio. Oh,
I'm in Ohio.
just don't stop for lunch. Don't stop for lunch.
No. Keep on going.
There you go. You got to get to the next step.
Don't eat no antifreeze.
No antifreeze at all. Good Lord almighty. Oh, wow.
What you done let happen in the chat, these people done gone crazy.
I know. I don't know. I just, 1 minute I take my eyes off the chat and I let it go, and they didn't do their own thing. It's like I got to watch them like you got to watch a classroom.
Yeah, they be stone paper watching people.
I know, right?
I'm glad me and you ain't that crazy.
Not that crazy. We're just Southern crazy, you know?
Yeah, we Southern crazy.
That's it.
Well, I ain't got nothing happening much. Just tooling down the road. It looks like it's about 54 degrees up here.
Woo! Warmer than me.
I'm going up here near Cleveland.
Cleveland rocks.
Yeah, and then I reckon I'm heading back, going back to Illinois and doing it all over again. This is getting old. I need to meet me a rich grandma. You think you got one out there you can hook me up with? I mean, filthy rich too.
Okay. Any rich grandmas listening? Truck driver Terry wants to hook up with you.
Don't tell my wife.
Don't tell his wife. Actually, your wife says if you bring that money home, she don't care.
You know what? You're probably 100%.
She says, if I don't have to work anymore, go ahead and take care of it, Truck Terry.
Yeah. So for any rich, I mean, dang, nabbit, filthy rich grandma, y'all just let me know. You let Ryan know, and he'll pass the word on.
That's right. We'll help you out.
All right. Well, y'all take care out there. All thing I got to say is,
Here we go.
peace.
There you go, brother. You have a great day, truck driver Terry C.
See you later.
All right, brother.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. That was truck driver Terry, as always, calling here on a Monday, and as always, being with us. RyanORadio Penitentiary time is 31 minutes past the hour, and you are tuned in to your favorite radio show on the Sunny FM radio networks. We're going to take a short break. News every 30 minutes on the hour. Take care. Terry says, share. He's on his only way to Ohio. All right, ladies and gems, we'll talk about the ghost hunters versus the Conjuring house, and at the end of the show, a little preview of something for you, Gail, and all the ladies on there. It's your week of Soap Opera Weekly. That's coming up. All right, our poll question's up in the feed. When do you begin your holiday shopping? Early summer, 17%. Around Thanksgiving, 7%. Christmas Eve, finally 3%. And when I can, 72%. We're going to start putting these on the Facebook page as well for those that can't get into the chat, so they can vote on the Facebook page. We'll start doing that going into November. Stay with us. More RyanORadio Penitentiary right after this. News time is now 32 minutes past the hour. And of course, you're inside the Sunny FM radio networks.
Trump took his campaign for the White House to Pennsylvania Sunday, vowing to improve the economy.
We will get your energy bill, everybody in the audience, including businesses, down by 50% from 1 year from when we take office. And when that happens, everything else is going to follow.
Fact check aimed at former President Trump regarding violent crime rates in the U.S. during the ABC News presidential debate in September is proving false. President Trump said crime across the nation is through the roof. David Moore tried to fact check that, saying according to the FBI, violent crime is down. Trump responded saying the FBI does not include cities with the highest crime rates. The FBI changed their website. Now they admit there's been an actual 4.5% increase in violent crime. Senator Lindsey Graham blasted those claiming to be Republican who support Harris, the South Carolina Republican. Said Harris is one of the most radical candidates to ever run for president. Also, at SRNews.com, the U.S. is investigating the leak of classified documents.
Bald eagle being killed by a 91-year-old man. There you go, Randall. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, glory. She's looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love. Poor girl. Ah, I understand now, Jessica. Divorced twice. That hurt me the most. I understand. You always got to look at it. There's a lot of people in here that's married a couple of times and they finally found that one that could put up with them. I don't know really what calls that either. Yeah, I got to dive deeper into that. Jessica, I can understand where you're coming from. A lot of people have been through that too. And we got a lot of people in here that's been through that too. You can always date and not marry too, says Poopy Pie. Yeah. You can wait till you guys are on the same page. Rotown Randall's messing with everybody. That's Alabama boy for you. That's my Southern guys. That's how they are. Yep. I know she's been divorced and widowed. That's our sister Cher. See, Cher can talk to you about it, Jessica. See, there's people in here, same situation. You just don't have to open yourself up to just anybody. You can just go out and date and get to know people. And I'm just going to tell you, ladies, sometimes all of us men have similar traits because we're men. I just want you not to think that you're going to go and find a guy that's totally different than the guy that you kicked to the curb. They'll be totally different when they treat you right, but we got similar traits, ladies, just to be honest. Good morning, Warrior Defenders. So don't take it as a red flag if you date somebody, Jessica, and similar to one of your exes got something in there. That don't mean he's going to be just like him. Because men are meaner. Look, Word Defenders on. I say third time's a charm and have them as best friends first. There you go. Word Defenders, thank you for giving some good advice. Third time is a charm. She's got the chef. She's got Chef Pete. Hello? Hello? Yes, hello?
Hi, my name is Daisy. How are you doing today?
Daisy, do you own the sour cream company?
Okay. I apologize. I will just put your number in our do not call list. Thank you for your time. Take care.
The tools to support you in our retail space.
Good morning. Good morning.
My name is Shane with Healthcare Solution. How are you today?
Hey, Shane, I don't need anything. I'm sick. I live out in the country.
I'm not asking you to buy or
I'm not asking you to buy. Somebody hung up. He hung up. Yes, you'll be waiting. All right. I tell you what, I just want to drop this into it. Haunted Hills Farms. Located in Jackson, guys, at 218. Located in Jasper, Georgia at 218. Haunted attraction in Georgia. 218 Matthews Road, Jasper, Georgia is where they're located at. Haunted Hills Farms and Farm Trail and Hayride. Get out there. I think we've got the last weekend coming up this weekend. Make sure you get out and help out our friends at Haunted Hills Farms and Farm Trail and Hayride. We want to thank them for being on with us this season. They did a fantastic job, and they've had a lot of people come visit them. They're North Georgia, but that's fine. A lot of people have visited them throughout the state of Georgia that listens to this radio station online and everywhere else. And just a couple of weeks away, Jordan Communications, a.k.a. the Sunny FM radio networks, is going to present November 12th through the end of that week. It's going to be a big week. It's going to be a week of nonstop Lynette, Alabama. Lynette, Alabama presents the Lynette Fall Festival. Coming up in a couple of weeks, you get tickets available right here from Sunny FM radio networks. Check out our social medias for how you can win and listen to Ben in the afternoons. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Stanley. Thank you for being with us. And the reason I kept that Haunted Hills thing is to keep us in that scary motif. As we're talking about Jason Hawes of the Ghost Hunters, the original Ghost Hunter had to file a police report against the Conjuring house owner, Jacqueline Nuncy. Last week, he alleged that Jacqueline had been harassing him because she thinks he's part of a conspiracy to have her assassinated. The accusations come in the wake of the other paranormal investigators alleging that Jessica is difficult to work with. She took over the house back in 2013. She bought the haunted farm, which has been made into the movies, The Conjuring. Inspired by James Wong's The Conjuring, moved back in 2013. Since then, the property has become a kind of a mecca for paranormal investigators who want to explore the dark history, perhaps documents and evidence of the original owner. And the ghost is said to haunt the house. The Sherman family. Well, she's saying he wants to have her killed. She's reading all this online clickbait stuff that's making her go crazy, believing in stuff that's not real. She's mixing her paranormal in with crazy, which is causing her to not do anything. She kind of threatened the life of Jason's daughter, eldest daughter. Jason's had to file so many different reports against her. He went on his YouTube page recently talking about all the stuff and all the stuff that's trending that she's putting on Facebook. She's really just making herself even more crazy. So I believe she could be possessed with a demon, because supposedly they're demons at these Conjuring house. So if they are, she could be possessed with a demon or something. Wow. We're talking about the Conjuring house, the owner of it, Jacqueline Nuncy, saying that Jason Hawes is among other paranormal investigators that want to have her assassinated. She's crazy. She thinks she's that important. Jason's calling for people to ban the place and not go there at all. So, man, our world is just getting crazier and crazier and crazier. People shooting people up after games. People believing that people are out to assassinate them. People think the whole world's against just them and they're that important. Jacqueline, you're not that important, lady. You own a historic site that is used to help people, but she's also harassed the staff that's quit on her. She abused them. Many people have left. Ryan, I can say one thing, but one thing I'm for sure, some stuff I shouldn't in that place. Yep, I believe you. But I tell you, there's some stuff there that's weird. But I'm telling you, I don't know. She just went really crazy. So she could, I know you may not, the non-believers don't believe in anything, but believers should believe. I believe this woman's possessed with a demon. I really do. Oh, Lord. All right. When do you begin your holiday shopping? 16% of you say early summer. 6% say around Thanksgiving. Christmas Eve, 3% of you. And when I can, 74%. Pieces sounds like she might be maybe possessed. It does to me too. She thinks everybody's out to get her, and all these, ghost hunters, ghost adventures, all the people that's been out there doing their shows, and even local paranormal investigators. And you know what? I might need to ask our buddy TJ there, Gail, if he's ever heard anything, being that he's in that world of paranormal investigating from R&R Paranormal out of Kentucky and Tennessee. So there you go. Might ask him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take another break. That's right. Stay with us. More on the way. You're inside RyanORadio Penitentiary. You're in lockdown this morning. You're part of the Sunny FM radio networks, as the RyanORadio Penitentiary is too. Stay with us. More on the way right after this.
Time for your local sports right here on Sunny FM radio networks. I'm Ryan O Neal. The Carrollton Trojans in high school football defeated East Coweta 63-10 over the Indians at home. Callaway continues their winning ways over in Hoganville.
Good idea, Miss TJ Justice. I got to send him a message. He's probably got busy this month, October, but I'll see if I can get him next week as we head into Halloween. See if he's got time to be on actual Halloween day. But we are praying for a friend of his that works, that's in his paranormal group. She's sick right now, so we're going to pray for her.
Hardaway defeated Jordan 55-12. Lafayette Christian on the road against New Creation defeated them Tennessee, this time the Vols from Rocky Top defeated the Alabama Crimson Tide 24-7. Texas A&M over Mississippi State.
You ready to go back to bed, Pete? Me too. That's right. We should go to the 10 Commandments, though. I like those, all those 10 Commandments.
Michigan lost to Illinois 21-7. USC was defeated by Iowa State 38-35. And the game you heard right here on the Sunny FM radio networks on University coming back as the Point Skyhawks hit the road and defeated their conference rival St. Andrews Knights 3-12 on Saturday afternoon. The Skyhawks now put it 2-6 and 2-1 in ACC play with the victory. Other local sports included FDHL action as the Columbus River Dragons win both games over the weekend over Monroe, their first season in the FDHL. Overtime Friday night, the River Dragons defeated Monroe 1-0. On Saturday 2-1. Well, the Athens Rocktoppers are undefeated, going 4 straight victories in a row. Defeat the Bobcats on Friday 3-2, and on Saturday shut them down 10-2. Also, the Rocktoppers are back in action. It's coming up Friday against Dayville Casters at 5 p.m. That's a look at your local sports.
Do unto others and run. I like the one, do unto others and run. Wow.
Tuesday at 11 a.m. Tune in so your life can be radically changed forever because of God's love and care.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bruce Wayne, and I'm a counselor that works here in the Metro Atlanta area. I'm offering my services as a counselor. Contact me with my services at...
Well, who's Stanley? What's Stanley? What's going on with Stanley? I don't know what's going on.
It's the last carnival of 2024, the Net Fall Festival presented by Jordan Communications in the Oak Mill parking lot in Net, Alabama. Saturday and Sunday, merry-go-rounds, family, kid, and adult rides, wristband diapers. The Net Fall Festival presented by WQEE, WZZV WVEQ, November 12th through the 17th. Be there.
I am Apostle Deborah Harris, pastor apostle of Kingdom Connected Ministries International at 121 Hillwood Circle, Newnan, Georgia. Presenting Connecting the Kingdom. Connecting kingdom citizens, kingdom businesses, and advancing the kingdom of God in this hour. Join us each Tuesday at 10 o'clock a.m. with guests who are
Oh, okay.
business and ministry.
Hi, this is Mark Suriano, asking you to tune in to Let Go and Let God every Sunday at 9.
Jessica's probably still watching.
Those who are struggling with their faith or have doubts through discussion, inspirational stories, and contemporary Christian music. So tune in to Let Go and Let God Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m. right here on WQEV.
Your radio tribal chief is back. Acknowledge me. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. And we're right here on the Sunny FM radio networks. Welcome back in. Here's a couple of little news headlines for this morning. In the world news, U.S. investigates leaked documents alleging Israel's plans to attack Iran. The Boeing reaches a tentative deal to end a strike in business. Apple iPhone 17 Pro new design promises to be great in its latest report from Forbes magazines. And in sports, the Browns have announced Deshaun Watson. He was carried off the field over the weekend. We'll talk more about that tomorrow inside the Friday Night Lights, along with Tennessee tearing down goalposts and trash on the field during the game for the Georgia-Texas game. But he's got an ankle injury. That's according to NBC Sports there. 94-year-old woman's Ferrari adventure reaches 150 miles per hour. She says, if you're alive, then live. That's some good news there. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Let's preview your soap operas for the week and everything. That's right. Soap operas. Soap operas for the week. Oh. The soap operas for the week. Soap operas this week. Let's do it. Let's do it. What's up, everybody? 94-year-old what? Yes, a 94-year-old woman's Ferrari adventure reaches 150 miles per hour. These are just some other headlines you can read for yourself on the WQEQ page. That music here in the background is significant. You know what it means? It's time for Soap Opera Weekly. That's a Young and the Restless theme music. This is for Gail and all the others that love their soap operas. All right, here we go. Victor keeps secrets from Abby. Billy and Sally travel outside their comfort zone. Nikki speaks with Lily. Victor gives Devon some advice, whether he wants it or not. You are marrying his granddaughter. Chelsea gives Adam a reality check about the two of them. Phyllis loses patience with Nick. Danny phones home. He's in jail. He pressures Cher to come clean and backs her into a corner. Sharon, I'm not Cher, but Sharon. Christine returns home to help Daniel out. Jack shares bad news with Tracy, I guess about him and Diane. Victor plots to recruit Diane. Billy cleans the air with Jack. Phyllis is demanding that Sharon tell the truth, and she's out there to help Daniel, her son. Don't mess with Phyllis. Don't mess with Phyllis. This redhead been there 30 years. She knows what to do. She faked her own death. Come on. Thank you, soap opera listeners, for telling me that. On Bold and Beautiful, Brooke, Deacon, they have a heartfelt conversation about hope. Carter confesses his feelings for hope. So does Liam. Ridge and Steffi question Carter about hope. Steffi questions Hope about her line. Ivy and Electric Forrester return. They talk about some things. Will and Electric have a meeting of the minds or kiss one another. Ivy talks to Eric about Steffi's control. Carter shakes up the boardroom with some ideas that's going to cause the Forresters and the Logans to be allies this week. What? That's your soap opera news, ladies and gentlemen. Always wait to the end of the last hour on Monday to do it, and always be at the end of the last hour on Fridays, right before we do our Lock Lizard Chronicles. All right, there you go. So nothing has changed, just age and some characters, same as 50 years ago. Basically, if you've not watched soap operas in forever, all you gotta do is watch a week and you're caught back up. And look, they're the only actors that stay in the same role for years and years and never have to worry about, and they can go out and do movies and stuff like that too, but they stay in their roles and make money. Who would want to leave a soap opera when, you know, you get a lot of money? Oh, go CHR. Pete's got to go CHR. What? Tesla, how you doing this morning? Hello from Texas. Much love from Texas. Hello, Dallas, Texas. NBT. Who's where? Oh, nothing but trouble. That's right. All right, so we're getting ready to get out of here. Here's our poll question, and it's over. 74% of you say, when do you begin your holiday shopping? That is when you can. When you can. For 16% for early in the summer, around Thanksgiving, 6%, and Christmas Eve at 3% of the votes. Stay tuned. Coming up at the top of the hour, we got great programming. 10:30 this morning, it's the Empower Strikes Back with H.D. Reese. We'll follow that up with the Clark Howard Show and Military Mom Talk. At 12 noon, it's Rod Peterson brings you Atlanta's NHL, CFL, and NFL show. He'll talk about all that today from 12 to 2. 2 to 3 will be the sports beat with Richard Holdridge joining us tomorrow. And 3 to 5 p.m. Braves Country Radio right here on WQEE. Tune in for Ben in the afternoons from 4 to 6, the best music from everything, today's hits and yesterday's favorites, and he'll get you updated on all the news that happened as well as the sports. And a little wrestling wrap-up. It's Monday. You know what that means. That's going to be on WVEQ 98.7 FM in Lynette. All right, guys, we'll see you. And stay tuned. Coming up behind me is the Gospel Truth on WZZV 100.3 FM in LaGrange with Pastor Clyde Reed. Yeah, I got to promote everything. See you guys tomorrow. Peace, love, respect. I'm out of here. Still in the hospital and they're trying new drugs. Well, I hope you are doing better. Nothing but trouble. You're probably catching up on soap operas. Definitely keep praying for her. Oh, Google Play and Apple Store. You can download the show on that. Need to add that. Wait till our wonderful guests come in. Well, we got guests tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Bye, Martin. Bye, everyone. Hope you enjoy your day. Treat one another with the utmost respect. Be good to one another. Even if you don't agree, be good to one another. I don't want to from Virginia. All right. I'm so glad you guys. Oh, that's sweet, Terry. See? No, that's only an Alabama, Georgia thing, Randall. Carry openly. You'll meet the nicest people that way. That's only an Alabama and Georgia thing. A little bit of Tennessee. Oh, Lord. Be kind, be good to one another. I appreciate all you guys liking, subscribing, and sharing. She didn't love me back, Ryan. Laugh out loud. Jessica said, Jessica, you didn't love Terry back. He said he loved you. Didn't love you back. I am going. I'm going to get off, Jessica. Jessica's like, you going to get off? Because I got to go to the beach, Ryan. I'm in Miami, brother. It's 78, 80 here. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.